Okay, sorry, I'm here. I was waiting for a car to pass by that was like, playing really loud music, and I was like, hello? Song name? This is the 7 p.m. music from Animal Crossing New Leaf. Let me grab a link to it. And then we can also switch over to this. Nice. The yapping stage. And switch over to oof, loud. Okay. There we go. Hopefully that's not too loud in comparison to my voice, because I did turn up like the system volume a bit, but that was because I was listening to something kind of quiet earlier. Swishy tail, yeah, exactly. You have a tail now, I do. You ever get neighbors who play bassy music that audibly rattles their vehicle? Yes, I do. And I get it. Some people like listen to music that way. I don't mind. It's just when I'm streaming, I'm like, the sound. It's going to come up at the VOD. Thank you for streaming so I have someone to parallel play with. Oh my god, of course. I love streaming, and I love knowing that people are getting work done alongside me. It helps me focus. The only thing I might do, if everyone could be so niceys and so good, I have a computer, or I don't have my laptop next to me so I can see you guys on my left side, which is my better eye, and I really want to pull it over so that when I'm drawing I can see you. So if you guys could be so sweet, I'm just going to go get my laptop and I'll be right back. I forgot to grab it. Excuse me. Harper wanted to be in the way. I return. Hammars. I think it's funny. I think it's funny that the emote's name is Hammars, because when it gets typed, it just looks like someone's misspelling the word hammers. And I think that for anyone that hasn't heard, Look Back is now streaming on Amazon. Ooh. So I saw Piao. Hello. Hello, virtual pets. I love your username. The Humble Hammer. Alright, I'm excited to see Look Back. I have not gotten to see it because there's no like movie theaters near me that play, I mean, anything really, but that will be nice. I want to be able to see. Alright. Logging in. Ooh. Hopefully the music volume is all good too. Hello, welcome in. Whoa, a cockle. I love shell names. I'm web fishing right now. I'm literally about to be drawing web fishing art, so timely. Yep, okay. And then my can of coffee and my water. Is web fishing free? It's not, but it is worth the money. It's only $5, and it's a pretty expansive game, I'm not gonna lie. I don't buy games very often, and it's one of the games I have not regretted buying. Alright. Honestly, I think I could switch over now to drawing. There we go, all set up. I have my little chat on both sides so I can see properly. The only thing I need to do is I need to be drawing now. Oh, wait. Oh, there's no keys set up for this T. It's so cute. Thank you. We're gonna get a lobby for the stream. If you guys want to make one, that's all right, and we can get it pinned. $5 for arguably the best online experience. I want to get it soon. It's like if Discord had a game aspect to it. Is basically a way of doing it. Like it's like if Discord was a fishing game. And, like, you can't beat that, really. Alright, new timeline. No. Oh, the tail looks great. Thank you. I'm quite happy with myself. Actually, I'm gonna like do this so it's a little easier. What is web fishing? I keep hearing things of this term and phrase. It is like if you took the Animal Crossing fishing minigame and you made it in its entirely own game, but instead of playing as humans, you play as the little creatures. And also, it's very gay. Like there are like a lot of gay like titles and like jokes in the game, and it's nice. It's very gay and it's very furry. I haven't watched stream in a minute, and the tail switch looks so good. Thank you. We literally just did it last night. Although Ethan was saying I should do one that's like talking and then one that's like not talking, and I actually think I might do that at some point, but not tonight. It's a nice treat of a social game. It is. Having Calpico, I'm so happy. Coda, I just got Calpico today. We went grocery shopping because our internet was out. So I was like, let's get some tasks done. We did like a little mail run. Wait, guys, everyone was chanting for me to do a fit pick, and I did it. I didn't wear it because we don't have a mirror in our apartment, so I didn't have anywhere I could show it on myself. And I'm so scared of taking like any pictures without being able to see. But I have the picture that I took, so you guys can see it. I can send it in chat. Me and my strawberry Calpico. I got a melon and I got mango. But right now I'm just having a coffee, like a canned coffee. See Tofu, thank you for the resub. I love your username too. This is my fit. This is what I was wearing today to go grocery shopping. I was really excited. I think it looks nice. I still have the shirt and hat on. Actually, and pants, honestly. The only thing I did is just added hot tin because I was cold. The shirt slaps so hard. It does. And I was telling people it's sold out, and that's not untrue, but Bluecan is doing another pre-order. So, you're such a cutie patootie. Thank you. And also was super duper sweet about me like talking about the shirt and hat, and was like being thankful. And I was like, oh my god, of course. First of all, I want to support other queer furry creators, and second of all, I think they're awesome, and I know that they would do well. I knew people would want them if I showed them off, so I was like, this is only natural. Can we have the link, please? Sure. I will say, Bluecan, their social medias are like 18 plus, but I can just link directly to the page where the Lugia stuff is, if that helps. I just wanted to give that as a heads up. But their apparel is all family friendly. They're just like, I mean, there's furry. They're a furry and an adult in their own space. I sent you my web fishing guide, but you got him pretty accurate. I tried to remember. I didn't know where you sent it. I'm glad I got him right, though. Oh, through text. No wonder. I was looking on Discord. Oh yeah, I got him down to a T. I'm kind of impressed by how much I remembered, actually. Alright, alright. I wonder if I should, like, move... Speaking of mail, the fish stickers arrived today, and I think it's the cutest piece of mail I've ever received. The manatee stamp! Yes, and sadly the manatees are no longer in stock, so we can't use them anymore. But we did get more animal ones, so it's okay. We'll have animal stamps forever. I love getting animal themed stamps. We sent the fish out. We sent more Night in the Woods prints out today because we sold more. And I was gonna say, if you guys want Night in the Woods prints, they're like close to selling out another round. Now that's okay because I can order more, but like they go really freaking fast. It's kind of insane. It's wonderful, but it's crazy. Actually, I think I'm gonna have it like kind of blow like this. Isn't there a web fishing mob where it adds more animals? Oh, I'm surprised that there is already. I'm super proud of this character design I made. Finally posted to Tumblr. Oh, nice! The people yearn for May. Well, Serene was saying that their roommate, who doesn't even usually really like art, saw the print and was like, "That's really good." And I was like, "Hee." I'm even impressing the non-art heads. All right. Hopefully this communicates like a wiggle without being too much. Finally learned a bit of Are You Mine without having to look at the chords. Oh, cool! I'm hoping my new credit card comes soon. I want to resub to the mail club. That would be lovely. The mail club is genuinely what keeps the lights on for us here, so it's appreciated. We're gonna do a Deltarune print this month. I have to get to working on that though. I have an idea for it. I've been doing other things. Clearly, I'm doing web fishing right now. Is one of the mods going to make a web fishing lobby? Because I've been waiting for that, and I want to know if I should be the one to make it. You're welcome to make it. I don't think any of the mods here are playing. I know that for a fact that Lemmy's internet's been a little funky. I think Ethan might still be at work, and then I didn't know if Chimera wanted to play. Also, hi Doodle Sprout, welcome in. And I think my boyfriend's just chilling. We were out all day today, so I would understand if he doesn't really want to. Alright, so let me see how this plays. I could always just like have it like loop the 2 frames. The middle one kind of looks like it's breathing and not in a way that is good. So I think I'm actually going to kind of move it actually. And actually, the tree does not need to move this quickly. Let's see what else. Meal Club is $7? It is, yes. It is $7. So what I can do... Hi, Lemmy. Welcome in. I'm tired of doing just little silly baby animations. I'm trying to do my very first animated fan art. Are we also working on comms today or just web fishing? Gonna try and get this done as much as possible, but I also have other comms open to work on. And I also am working on comms tomorrow. It's basically all art until I've gotten all my comms done. I think I'm going to try to do the art lock next week, but I don't think I'm going to start games until I'm like okay, my art's done. Once I do this too, I want to start working on more Leica animations. Actually, the trouble is, I think maybe I shouldn't even have erased. Do you ship to Canada or is it only to the US? You will be happy to hear it is worldwide shipping. Is worldwide shipping, and shipping is the same price no matter where you are because it is flat mail. So now if you get a charm or like something that's something that is like not just a print, that is not the case, but the mail club is just prints, so there's no shipping cost. It is truly just the cost of the print itself. Mix worldwide. All right, let me see how this looks. It's gonna look a little funky probably, but like it doesn't hurt to try. We're getting there. It's getting a little better. I think the other thing is it's too fast. Okay. Honestly, not sure. Twitch subs are going up in price soon, so I don't know how long they're. I believe $5.99. The mail club is $7 plus you get early access to like his comment. Exactly. I would say I love Twitch subs and I greatly appreciate them, but for you, the mail club is probably the better of the deals, if that makes sense. Like, if you wanted to help out and you want to get something cool, the mail club's probably the better way to go. But it depends how much do you dislike ads, like truly, because the reason for Twitch subs is just like the ads. Oh, I heard a doo-doo-doo-doo. Thank you for the shop sale from Bot. Wrong layer. All right. Let me see how this plays back. I don't hate it. Twitch also takes a cut from subs. Oh, Ibean, thank you for the sub. Webfishing has save slots now? What? I didn't know that. That's kind of cool, actually. Oh, wait. That one is not correct. That's probably why the animation's looking weird, is that it's like moving the wrong way. Okay, wait, let's play that now. Looking a little bit better. Webfishing updated today. That's kind of crazy, the timing of doing the fan art for it, but I'll take it. I'm a little bit of a nerd about Twitch stuff, so pardon the comment. Oh, please don't apologize. It was more like yesterday, I think. I think I saw Chimera send a screenshot of them playing it and something had changed. Alright, so the cool thing is, now with 4 frames of animation, I can do a little bit of an in-between. So this one, the rings would just start getting bigger. Okay, and then the waves are the next thing. Are you gonna make the little creatures blink? I could do that. That'd actually be pretty easy. Critter just did a tutorial for this if you want to look back through the Twitch VODs. There will be an edited down version. Yes, actually, wait, sorry, hold on, I want to read the comment that you're replying to, Chimeral. Make animating on Clip Studio look easy. I can't even figure out how to start the animation. Delta. There is a video that's... Okay, so 2 things. I have my YouTube VODs channel where I upload the entire stream to YouTube so that it's a little easier to find. Let me go grab that for you really quick. Because I know some people don't want the edited video, they just want the full thing. Then the other thing I'm going to say is on my main channel, I'm going to be posting a edited version of the animation tutorial or animation demo stream that I did. But that link that I just sent is my VODs channel, and the animation... I can post the animation VOD like tomorrow. I just need to finish the thumbnail for it. So if you want me to do that, I will do a little thumbnail for it tonight, and then I will upload that tomorrow. Oh, Marabytes, thank you for the shop sale. But yeah, I did a whole demo night where I showed how to animate in Clip Studio, like literally start to finish, where I was like, this is how you make a timeline, this is how you move frames around in the timeline, and then this is what I do to finish and start the animations. Hold on, I need to make a new tab just to do this, because this is just the sketch, so like it's okay if it's a little messy. Over here romanticizing washing the dishes by listening to stream. I do that. I love washing my dishes listening to stuff. You have no idea. Washing the dishes is like one of my favorite things ever. Alright, so what I'm gonna do... Oop, wrong layer. Doing the art lord's work. I try my best to make as many tutorials as I can, because here's the thing, I'm not a perfect artist, I don't know how to do everything yet, but I do know a few things at the very least, and so I feel like I can help with some things people want to know, and that's better than nothing. So I try. Anytime I'm like, ooh, people want to know how to do this, I will make a demo video or an edited video of it. The one thing I can say... That would be really cool. All other tutorials made me so confused. I felt my brain melting out. I feel like it just starts too fast. And also, no worries, Serene. I heard another do-do-do-do. Whoa, whoa, what's everyone getting tonight? Thank you for the shop sale from Idios. Oh my gosh, is everyone getting the print? Is everyone getting the Night in the Woods print? Why would you like washing the dishes during the winter? Because the water's warm, and so it keeps my hands warm. I actually like it. I like the warm water and soap smell. It's kind of like, I know I have OCD, so like it's kind of preaching to the choir, but it's nice. It's like comforting to me personally. All right. The only thing I feel is a bit weird is the last frame goes really fast, so I'm going to stretch that out actually a little bit. I'm watching it back. I think that looks a little bit better. The other thing I could do is I could make Forest's foot move. You make a compelling argument. Yeah, Critter, there's only 14 left of the print. Alright, I'll bump stock. We have it anyway. So if I like do... We love the Night in the Woods print dearly. I mean, that's a win for me. That's a huge win. I hope that people like the Deltarune print as much. Okay, so the other thing I'm going to have to do here is... Ah, why am I doing that? That's silly. That's silly goose. The new Dawn soap smell is so terrible. What did they do to it? I haven't used the Dawn soap yet. I use like the it's like a grocery store brand of like the clean, like the neutral smell. Holy crap! Thank you, Shade, for the shop sale. Deltarune print for next month? Yes, that is going to be the thing. I actually have to sketch that on stream tomorrow. I've been slacking a little bit with getting the print clubs done at the right time, but I think I can get the sketch done in a day. Like I've done it before. I have an idea for it too. Or specifically, I have an idea to do Chris over top the castle town. But if not that, then something else. I could just do the fun gang too. Alright, hold on. I gotta draw underneath here. Just gonna like copy this honestly. Crisp Deltarune? Frick Undertale? Critter, if you make an Undertale print and my life is yours, oh, I want to make an Undertale print at some point. I love Undertale. Undertale was really like my first fandom if we don't count Pokemon, honestly. Please just take my wallet at this point. Salute. Also, thank you for the save break. If I get in the mail club right now, will I have a chance to get it when it comes out? Yes, you will. Yes. The Night in the Woods print is already passed, but you have until the 15th to join and get the Deltarune print. But the Deltarune print I'll put in the shop too. The only thing I'll say is that Print Club members get prints at a discount. They usually get it at a $1 discount, but if it's a Leica's Comet print, they get it at 50 cents, just because I want people to buy my Leica's prints, and I'm always scared if I charge the same as like a fandom print, no one will buy them, so I usually don't sell them for the same. Maybe that's bad business. I get nervous. Alright. Gonna merge this down. I love stoic non-binary children protagonists. I clearly I also do love that myself as well. Having one myself. I actually think that having the... There might just need to be 5 frames. Oh no, or what I need to do is have it go lower. I'm new here, but like I mentioned... Wait, do you know, Chat, do they know? Does some mistakes know? Welcome in, anyway, sorry. Jokes aside, welcome in, like, for real. We were just joking last night that, people like constantly keep realizing that I'm the author of Leica's Comet, and they're like, wait, what? And I was like, who do you think wrote it? I may have made mistakes. Oh my god, not at all, no. You didn't make any mistakes. Oh wait, because your username. See, now I'm being silly. It might seem crazy. Okay, I almost started singing it. All right, let's play it back. Let's play it. No, see, now I don't. I really just think I need another frame for the foot, or maybe like the foot itself just needs like its own frame. But that's okay. We can manage this. This will be just really good layer management in the animation. Webcomics simply manifest from the ether. This is true, actually. Truing. Why are we demure? Why are we doing demure? Alright, gonna make this go down, and make this go away. We're demure and mindful in this chat. Another one? Hold on, who's doing? Thank you for the shop sale. Wait, thank you, Chimera. Damn, you guys were not kidding when you said you liked the Night in the Woods print. I am flattered. Demure and mindful in this stream, the minnows. Alright, let's play this. Maybe it's because it doesn't hold long enough. Hold on. This is really what I've got to do, is I got to make it hold. Hello? Oh, it's because I couldn't reach the tab. I think that this needs to just be... Oh, I can't do more than 2 seconds because it's on the other computer. Thank you for the subscription from Princess Peach. Thank you. I could always just have it, like, wiggle less. By the way, you can have 2 licenses active. Looking. Hold on. I don't want to do this like live if I have to, but I do kind of want to do the animation well. Very cute, thank you. I'll help you after live. That's perfect. That's perfect. I mean, you bought it. You can always just acquire it. This is true. This is true. I already have the license. I would just have to go back and get it. Now, I don't even mind the foot wiggle as it is. Maybe it just doesn't need to go as much. It's down, up. I actually think it's the opposite. Like, I think this needs to go down in this frame. Oops, wrong tool. Wait, right, Webfishing updated because they added a straight title. I remember that. I remember seeing that. We gotta play the update, guys. We gotta play Peak. Alright, let's see what it looks like. A little bit better. It's a little better. Wait, does it even, like, move? It, like... it actually, like, barely noticeably moves. I need to do more. Hello? The 10K straight title. It's 10K? Wait, I didn't realize it was 10K! That's so funny. I already had my hour of fishing time today. I have to do work. You're being good. You're being so brave. Wait, I heard another do. Thank you for the shop sale from Johnny. Guys, hello? Hello? Damn, you guys like Prince. This is awesome. Thank you. I want to play web fishing, but I need to work. It's social up as straight. You can't even be straight for 10K. We cannot hear the dudes. Oh, they just might be really quiet. They should be coming up like as little pop-ups on the screen if you look over to the left side of the screen where it's like got the Ko-Fi thing. This is like, you can barely see this. Sorry, I have to like make you wiggle more. I'm, again, very glad this is the sketch and not the actual line art because it's getting messy, but it's okay. Should I play the itch.io or stream version of web fishing? I actually don't think it matters. I think that the creator, they made both, so I don't think that either one is better or worse. I could be wrong, though. Web fishing masters in the chat, you could tell me if I'm wrong. Oh, that actually looks much better. I think I just needed to have a down frame. Actually, I think it'd be really funny to get the straight title. I'm not even gonna lie. I'll grind for it just because I want it because it's funny. Getting it just to be unique. Itch gives more money to the dev, then that's the answer. I didn't realize that. I want the straight title! Me on my girl days, actually. Becoming straight when on girl days just because I'm dating a boyfriend. Do I like the little wiggle of the foot? Do I like that? I don't think I do. If the itch version works too, then I will buy web fishing twice. Salute. That's still bisexuality king. You're so right, actually. You're so right. I could never not be bisexual in every universe. I do think I'll make them blink, though. Oh, I missed a highlight? My bad! Today, me and my friends at the theater all sat and voiced over like this comment. I was really excited because it's hard to get friends to dub stuff with me normally, but we had a lot of fun. Oh wait, that's awesome! That sounds like a lot of fun. Charbius, do not call them that. Do not call them that. I like them because they look sleepy. Do not invoke the name of the curse in this house. Alright, wait. And then I can have one frame where... Because it's this frame. They're normal furry eyes. Alright, let's see if that looks... This should read as a blink. I think the only thing I might need to do is have the under eye be like... Fighting for my life trying to install web fishing? Wait, how? Is it hard? What's happening? Unless it's just downloading slow, which I get that. My internet speed's been bad lately. Bad internet warriors. Okay, that's a little better. The only thing I'm thinking is, like, maybe I have it be on the first one. I'm on Mac trying to figure out why. Ah, I see. I understand. Alright. That should probably look more like a blink. Now, see, the only problem is it's like too timed. Wait, why are you not blinking now? Hello? There's like just a moment where the blink animation... Wait, why is it not playing that frame? I love Clip Studio. Sometimes it decides just to be silly. What if you were so silly? Okay. Will this fix it? Yeah, now it's fixed. Sometimes you just gotta add a new frame for no reason. Cursed art stares at you. Alright. Oh wait, that's the wrong layer to delete. There we go. So the other thing I gotta do is I gotta make the waves move a little bit, because I want them to be a little smoother. Wait, wrong layer to erase. It'd be cute if your kitty's paws moved to bump bars. That would be cute. Hold on, I could do that. That would be cute. This is just the sketch of the animation, which I could probably extend on my computer, considering I'll have the longer animation. But if I get the sketch done, or at least 1 second of the sketch done, that'll be cool. Because then I could just loop it for the additional stuff. Alright, let's see how that looks. Very nice, very nice, very nice. This cat is gay. I mean, that's true. Yeah, I won't deny those allegations ever. The other thing I could do is I could have some leaves moving in the background, which would be cute. This is so cute and cozy. Thank you. Alright. Moving the waves again. Like, if I was really crazy, I could make more frames of this. Which I could be. I could be insane. But I'm gonna try and limit myself at first so I don't go too wild with it. Practicing my animation. My fucking god, these kitties gay. Good for them, good for them. It's like those fish. These fish are gay. Good for them, good for them. So the downward point or the paw is here. So it's this frame that needs to be... Ah, I keep grabbing the wrong circle. Oh, Maracton, thank you for the sub! I love watching this on my phone and laptop because I also have web fishing open. That's actually kind of powerful. Your mind? I think it's funny too, the way that I drew my cat looks like Turbo Granny from Don to Don, which is like real kinning. Society, if you could catch the Kraken in web fishing, that'd be kind of... Wait, can you see the Kraken? Is that like a thing? Oh wait, maybe I don't like the leg. Subway Surface on the TV at the same time. That's shit. The overstimulation core is like so funny to me. I think that shit's hilarious. Nah, there's no Kraken in web fishing. I see. I have to play this on stream at some point. The Undertale Autism stream. I would love for there to be a Kraken. That's like a whole, like the whale from the original Animal Crossing. Oh, that'd be awesome. Caught the unidentified fish object. I love that. I love that catch. We're in ruins. I have to finish my UT playthrough with Coda. I love that game. It's such a good game. It could never make me hate you, Undertale. Alright, so then this one, I'm just gonna make it move. I did the wrong... Oh, it's because I selected it all. I was like, why are you not selecting? If you haven't caught the new creature, it's really cool. There is a new creature? I mean, I'm not surprised that the update included a new creature. I'm happy, but I'm not surprised. I would actually kind of be disappointed if there was a web fishing update without a new creature. Hee. They added critter to web fishing? Wogue. It's named the creature. Just like the creature from Minecraft. My finger disappears. I can't believe you don't know the creature. This is just my Minecraft playthrough all over again. Okay. That's a little better. It doesn't need to be perfect, it's the sketch. It just can't like disappear for a frame, otherwise it's kind of funny looking. Creature full caps. I see. Sorry, I should be shouting it. I'm gonna play web fishing for 15 minutes before working. Ooh, you wanna play games so bad. Ooh. Also, I'm excited because more people joining Print Club means more people can read Lycos as it comes out, which is like, I don't do it for that. Like, I do Lycos because it's a webcomic I want to write, but I'd be absolutely a liar if I said that I didn't want to see people react to my comic pages as I'm doing them. We were getting you on Minecraft streams. It was scary. One thing I could do is I could also have, like, the, like, grass move a little bit. Because if it goes back and forth, that will be nice. It'll like wiggle kind of funny, but it's okay. Hold on, let's see how that looks. I like the one frame, it just kind of looks like it's shooting out. Hold on, maybe just be too fast. We bullied you on Minecraft streams. It was kind of funny. Could set up a crowd control Minecraft night. Oh my god. Can you imagine? Okay, honestly, that one, it's wiggling too much. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah. That looks like wiggling grass then. The Wiggler. Hey again, how you doing today? Pretty good. We're doing a little web fishing fan art. I just wanted to practice my animation skills with a bigger piece of art than just like, you know, than just like a doodle. So I'm like, okay, let's do some web fishing fan art. Let's do an animation. I was wondering if you've ever played any of the Resident Evil games. If so, what's your favorite? Honestly, I have not played any of the Resident Evil games, but I have seen the Resident Evil games, and I think that I think Resi 2 is my favorite, probably. I like Leon. It's I'm very easy to please. I'm very predictable. Art! Welcome in, Crusader the Artist. Hello! Alright, let's see. I like that this one, it just wiggles for one. Alright, so it's gotta go the other direction. Leon, the typical gay choice. I got my haircut to look like that guy at one point. I want to play the second one soon. I just finished the first one. It was so good. The first like the original Resident Evil 2. That's actually. Did you play a remake or did you play like the old game? Because I'm wondering if it's like something where it'd be fun to play the old version. All right, let's play it back. It's not playing a frame again. Ah! Why do you do this? There we go. Oh, just got a rush of energy from this music. Got the star. Played the remake. Gotcha. I didn't realize there was a remake for one. I'm not sure if you've been asked this before since I've just come into stream, but did you know you can kiss in web fishing? I did. I run up to my boyfriend and I like attack kiss him sometimes. So yes, I did know that. Good afternoon. Sorry, I forgot there was stream today. Oh my gosh, don't feel any need to apologize. I'm just happy you're here. Trying to see, you know, the other thing that I could do is I could have the flowers kind of like, you ever see Pokemon, they like, stop doing stop doing that. Actually might not even need two, just one. Oh, we didn't do it. Yeah, like that, okay. You know how like Pokemon, when the flowers are animated, they just go back and forth ever so slightly? I didn't know this time to kiss the homies. Oh my god, it's so cute. I'm surprised you didn't know it actually, Chimera. Bro, how long? Okay, it's almost over. I was like, love the Invincibility song, but why is it so goddamn long? Alright, hopefully... I'm wondering if I even do... They could probably move the other direction, so if they go this way, then they come back in. They could go the other way. Like Floroma Meadow, exactly, you get me. You so get me. Okay, so they go out, and they gotta go in. Webfishing print? Oh. Or wait, did you mean the Night in the Woods print? I don't have a webfishing print. I actually don't know if the creator allows merch, and I will not make merch of an indie game without permission from the creator. I still actually have to figure out if mouthwashing allows for merch, because I'm like I want to support indie devs, and I realize that can be taking away from their revenue. Very cute, very cute. I'm tired. It's okay. It's okay, Ethan. This is just a very wholesome and chill stream. Thank you. I like to keep it that way. The one thing I am going to do is erase the little flower by my foot because I feel like it's like kind of noisy. Steamboat Willie is in the public domain now. This is true. Alright, let's play this back. Nice, nice. Very cute. Webfishing 2K mashers when I get you. That's so scary, 2K. Did I escape print? Wait, yeah, okay, wait, let me see. Did anyone answer the mouthwashing thing? Anya print. I have a lot of, I didn't know you had a shop. I do. And hey, I was gonna say, guys, I'm gonna do a big shop update next week. We have a bunch of, like, fish stickers and stuff. We have a bunch of fish stickers that we're going to be putting up. We have a bunch of, like, stickers of Critter. And then there's going to be a pack of the trading card contest prints, but they're going to be up very limited so that we don't get killed by Father Nintendo. Alright. The only thing I could think to do... This may be where I stop with this, just so that and, like, do the colors. Just so I can, switch this over to the computer that has the longer loop for animations. But I can pick the colors out, because that'll be helpful for the future to lab out the colors now. Again, like, get the damn shape of it, right? Yeah, it's good enough. This doesn't need to be perfect. Actually, it does need to be perfect. I'm a perfectionist. Who am I kidding? Yeah, it's better. What's your webfishing rank? I think I'm like a level 20 now. It's been a while, though. We played last week, I guess. I guess a while is last week, but it's still not been a few days. But fishing speedruns are now a thing. How do you speedrun it? What is there to speedrun? Oh, that needs to be way darker. That is still not dark enough. Whale percent? Critter has a tail now? Yes! I added that in last night. We had like a little animation stream. It was very nice. Very chill. Just a quick question. Do you know or have you played Poppy Playtime? Okay, I know of it. I'm not super invested. Like, I watch fucking, who is it? Markiplier play it whenever he comes out with new parts, because it seems like it's tormenting him, which is, in a way, a little bit amusing. But I have no emotional investment in it. It's just something that goes on in the background. Alright, let's get like a nice, like, black adjacent color. There we go. May even desaturate it, depending on how it looks on my laptop monitor. Didn't the Puppy Playtimes makers completely screw themselves over by making NFTs? I would like to say yes, but I feel like it honestly had very little actual consequences for them. Um, and like, I don't know. I don't want to see a indie game dev go down, but I do feel like it was a bit tasteless. Can speedrun getting all the on basic fish or getting the game to crash, and of course 100%ing the game. I see. I think he gave himself McDonald's colors. Like, he gave himself the Whack Donald's hat and then yellow pants. My food service boyfriend. He looks like ketchup and mustard. People should speedrun getting the spectral rod. That'd actually be really cool because there's like a little bit of a platforming challenge in that. I don't know if it's platforming, but there's like, yeah, there's some challenge to it. Cosplaying his food service days. Honestly, neither of us ever worked at McDonald's. I worked at Starbucks. He worked at Starbucks. I think he worked as a pizza guy at one point. Spectral Rod isn't super hard to get or blocked by levels, so this is true. It would literally just be the jumping challenge of it. I have a question for everyone in chat. Are there any good resources that go over the different LGBT titles and labels? As a cis person, no, you're not gross and yucky. Not at all. I don't have a lot of LGBT friends in community, and I want to be able to be informed because I want to be able to create accurate OCs. So I would say that asking questions to people, and also, like, but you say you don't have that many friends, so that is difficult. That is difficult. If meeting like other queer people is something that's like difficult, or like something that you have tried but like haven't met that many and befriended that many, then the next best thing I would say is reading articles written by people of those identities about their experiences. But the unfortunate thing is there's, to my knowledge, not really a generalized, localized site where you can read all of those together. The only other thing I could think is like by going on websites where, or like communities where there's a large population of queer people. But I do think it's admirable that you want to do that. And Eggy Sandwich, I'm not saying ew, yucky, cis het. You're always welcome here. You want to learn. And like, I know that people like jest like, oh, ill straight person, but like at least for me, whenever I hear that, I'm like under the impression I know that that's like us venting about our experiences and not directed at people that are in our vicinity that are here and trying to like care for us. Observes Tumblr users. Here, I was gonna say here, too. There's plenty of queer people. But no, you're always welcome here, and like, I don't want you to feel like you're any less of a member of the stream. There might be people on TikTok that are more than happy to educate people about being LGBT. This is true. Want to meet gays? Check this out. Oh, actually, yeah, the Discord is a phenomenal place. I was going to say, Eggy Sandwich, if you go into the Discord, I am sure that there are plenty of people there. If you were like, hey, I'd like to write better queer characters, and I don't know how, they would be happy to talk about their experiences. I don't know why I didn't even think to say that. My brain, my mind. So one thing I think that the grass does in this is it's actually darker, and then it has lighter triangles. Yep, it does, but I'm going to do that on a new layer. As a queer person, I'm always super happy to meet cis-het people who are willing to learn. No, same, exactly. Like, to me, that's better than, like, that's better than anything. That's better than, like, someone that just doesn't care and is like completely checked out. And we made a collective playlist today. Ooh, Is it like a secret, or is it like just everybody's music tastes all together? I think that's too light now I'm looking at it. I'd rather talk to someone who's willing to learn than not. Nodders. Agreed. And I do also think that talking to people is better than reading articles, especially if you're coming from the outside in. The problem is, like, you don't know what's a reliable source of information and not, that, like, people who are familiar would know. But, like, I don't know, I don't think that you can... Not only do I think that you should be expected to be able to just, like, guess, but, like, it just doesn't... It's not productive to, like, not talk to people. Not you, but, like, for us to, like, refuse to talk to people about it. This might be need to be a little darker. That's better. That's better. Ah! My ears are ringing, even though I consumed head pills to prevent more pain. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry your nose hurts, or your head hurts. Because of your nose, I should say. Okay. Also, a lot of queer experiences aren't presented in articles considering how wide and varied we are, and I feel like there's never one universal experience. One mistake I do find with, like, social media is that, like, people will make things that are, like, and there's two sides to this, so hear me out on it. Let's say trans mass person A makes a post and they're like, this is a universal trans mass experience. They don't usually say it like that, but usually the way that it's presented is like, oh, you know that trans mass feeling when, and then trans mass person B, who doesn't experience that thing, thinks, oh, I must not be trans mass because I don't experience this. And then trans mass person C says, I don't experience this, therefore you are not trans mask. And instead of, like, all three of these people realizing that, like, these experiences are not... First of all, no experience is truly universal, and two, there are 1,000 other, like, micro factors that can determine your experience in the way that you, like, live life. It just kind of becomes, like, this weird pissing match of, like, who... Or, the no true Scotsman, like, who is the real transgender person? Who is the real queer person here? It's a little frustrating. On the other hand, I do wish people would be more inclusive, like, when they use their language, and, like, make sure they aren't saying, like, you know, this is a universal experience, though sometimes that's not even the case and people act like that's what they said. Pancakes and waffles kind of thing. No trans experience is exclusive either. True. Also, thank you for the hydrate. Because there's not a right way to be queer. Being against queer is precisely against limiting people to a set of rules. I mean, exactly. You're a PNG tuber, able to show how you made it in the future? Yes, actually. I was going to say someone in the YouTube comments of a video I made was asking how I made it and if I would be willing to do a tutorial. And yes, I think I should do, like, a little demo. It's funny you ask because there's someone I would like to make a PNG tuber for. So I can show the whole process from beginning to end. I heard another doo-doo-doo-doo. Secret Burger. Also, thank you for the shop sale from Mad. This is looking very cute. I'm excited. I'm excited to finish this. The universal experience often being something that's just in the US and excluding people from anywhere else in the world. That too! So, what I'll say is, I think it's phenomenal to try and learn about the queer community, especially if you're not a member of it, but I think that the best way to do that is to talk to real-world people, and make sure that you talk to more than one person, because then you'll be getting actual like varied experience that shows you all the spectrum of the queer experience and not just this one specific person. Because like I said, there are 1,000 factors that can change someone's experience of being queer, just like there's 1,000 factors that can change someone's experience of being disabled, and so on and so forth. Oh no, I didn't lock the layer in my mind. Hanamaru? Yes, Hanamaru is the one that I want to make a PNG tuber of. I need to reach out to that person again and be like, hey, are you still interested in this? And if not, then I'm sure I can find someone else who wants to use Hanamaru, because like there were a lot of people asking, but I did find someone and we started talking. I just got really sidetracked with stuff in October and Leica's, as it goes. The pause will need to touch up. Oh yeah, this is not the line art. For reference, this is my sketch. I'm literally being messy for the sake of it, just because I'm trying to get the colors down. I actually don't think I'm going to do the lines until I send it over to my computer, because I kind of want to do a longer loop where I have it so that Far's character can blink too, but I don't have the full extended package on here. October moment. Although, to be fair, Critter sketches are often just line art. They're not, please. They're not. This is very clearly a sketch. I really like this frame of my little guy blinking. I think it's funny. Really giving Turbo Granny swag in this picture. One thing I think I do want to do is have some, like, of these little triangles in the tree, too, to, like, show leaves. I love the new critter model. Thank you. It's mostly the same. I just added the little wagging tail because I thought it was cute. I wanted to show that critter has 2 tails. I wonder too if I did like. Hold on. I have an idea. I'm cooking. I love Turbo Granny in today's episode. She eats sandwich. I loved her. She's so funny. She's literally all I aspire to be, a weird little freaky old woman who's possessing a cat doll. Tail gives it so much more life. Thank you. Ooh, thank you for the save break. Okay, yeah, this was kind of so cracked. This was such a smart idea. Hello, Willow. Welcome in, Marimos. Also, thank you for stretch. I'm gonna paint bucket these in and then do that. I'm debating if I want a snack. Hold on, that means critter on the big TV? Oh, nice. I was like that picture when the person like puts the dog on the counter. Home Alone means dog on the counter. I mean, I have a snack. I have like the thin Reese's cups next to me. I already finished my coffee. Would you mind saving the stream as a VOD? Sure. Let me get my notes. Let me get my post-its. Today is 11/7. Oh no, I've been writing 10/7. Oh shit. Alright, hold on. I'm being goofy. Really, what I gotta do is make a thumbnail that's for, like, the non-special event VODs. We tried telling you yesterday. Oh, did I miss it? Kitten paw scallops are so pretty, right? I love people learning about seashells. I'm sorry I missed you telling me yesterday. Alright, we can save this now. I'd say that's a pretty solid start. It's all good. It got fixed eventually. Truing. This is true. Oh, that's way too big. If I do like 14. 14 brush looks about the closest to that as I have. Actually, if I did smaller. Oh yeah, that looks so much better already. Alright. That art looks nice, thank you! It's a commission I'm doing for a friend of mine, Smith. Smith and Kale. They are both also streamers, and I think they're actually live right now. They've been doing like a Minecraft Pokemon roleplay server, I think, because we raided Smith the other day, and I think if Kale's still going when we're done, we're gonna go raid them. But we still have plenty of stream left. We just started. All right, Nos. But yeah, I know I said it earlier, but I wanted to finish the thought. I need to do a like how to make an animated GIF PNG tuber video because it's pretty simple, and you can do it on the less expensive version of Clip Studio Paint, like so easy. People wanted me to say he's thankful for the attempt to raid. I'm sorry. Yeah, Kayla's stream. I can see. You thought it was hysterical? Welcome in, Grimswar. A fair number of our regulars went to him manually. Oh, that's wonderful. That's good to know. I was so tired last night. Smith in this drawing reminds me of the humble Frisk Undertale. I can see it. I can absolutely see it. The non-binary sleigh. I want to redo my PNG tuber as a GIF too, but I'm scared about having they animate the extra states. It's something that you can build up to. Like, you don't have to switch over all at once. Or also you don't have to animate everything all at once. Like, for me, I didn't have the tail on Critter until literally last night. Hi. Oh, is he being bad?
Maybe a little bit.
I heard you go in the other room and then walk in with him. I wasn't sure where to put this, but I had an idea for a community activity this month. I know Thanksgiving isn't always the best for a lot of people, so I thought maybe it'd be cute to do like a little collab where we all draw a little dish or centerpiece to go around the dinner table. At the end, we combine it into one image. I was thinking about it after you mentioned the community hot pot thing. Wait, that would be really cute. That actually could be really cute to do. It's like a community potluck. Second person? That's my boyfriend. Took me a while to realize that's Smith. It's okay, they don't have their color, like, so it's a little harder to tell, but, like, their accessories... Harper. He's so cute, but his tail's flicking.
Yeah, I don't think he liked that you touched his belly.
He's soft, though.
I'm also kissing him. I'm making weird kissy noises, and I think that annoys him. But it's fine. He annoys us at night, so I can annoy him now.
We'll call it Fall Feast.
You're such a good cat.
He is. He's so sweet.
Go cuddle with your boyfriend.
The attacking critter.
Okay or not.
Alright, let me... I can still hear him in the background scolding Harbor. That'd be cute. Grilling my minnow on a platter! No! It's nice catching a stream while sick and unable to sleep. Oh no, I'm so sorry you're sick. Our kid just got sick this week, although I feel like they're always getting sick lately. I just think that that's being a high schooler, honestly. Accessories give it away, but the colors would 100% make it's easier to tell. Oh, So Snow, Smith uses they them pronouns. It's okay though. I know that if you just watch YouTube videos, sometimes you won't know. All right. Little wing. Who is Smith? So Smith and Kale are both streamers as well, and I'm like friendly with them. We've chatted a bunch. Um, Smith does mostly games, and Kale does games and art because Kale does like pixel art. You've probably seen like so Smith did a Pokemon Too Many Types video where they like used only the trans type of Pokemon because it like Too Many Types is a Emerald ROM hack. Um, and it wasn't. I don't think they only use the trans type, but I think they tried to like make a trans type team. There are a couple, aren't they? They are. Yes, they're cute. I think it's really funny because before they were like public about they were dating, I was like looking, I was like side eyeing, like, are they dot dot dot, and like I didn't want to say anything, and then when they finally came out and like were like, yeah, we're dating, I was like, I fucking knew it, I knew it, I called it. You use Clip Studio, right? Have you tried vector layers? Yes, I have. I'm sorry, I don't like vector layers. I really did try them, but I like the roughness that using raster layers gives my work. I actually prefer that my lines have like a little bit of a grit to them, whereas I don't like how much I can correct with the vector layers. I wind up pulling hairs apart trying to make them look perfect, and I think that part of the charm of my line art is that it's not. But thank you for the suggestion. I do know how to use them though. I learned because a friend was like, "You could work so much faster," and I was like, "All right, let me give it a try." And not only did it wind up not being faster, I was like obsessive with it, and I was like, ah, well, the OCD takes another. This face is so beautiful. It's like when you see a tasty treat in the case of the cafe. To use them for the text though, oh, I do. Well, I use text layers for text typically, but like when I'm making like logos and stuff, I agree. I need to start using vector layers. That's an adjustment I agree with. Oh, thank you for the sub, PTA Magin or Majin. Thank you so much. Blah. I do appreciate it though, Cybees. Thank you for the suggestion. How do you make logos so good, by the way? Graphic design is not my passion. Oh, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm good at graphic design. I feel like I've just started learning. Now what I'll say is the way that I've been getting better, because I used to be absolute dookie at it, is I collect packaging for things that I get that I think is cute, and I put it together in what I call like a crow journal, which is kind of just like a journal where I tape and paste things in that I think look nice, and it's like a little collage. But I also save a lot of like packaging and stuff on Pinterest for like reference. Like if something has cute packaging, I will save it purely for that to study like what they did well and what I like about it. Packaging, yeah, like physical packaging, like plastics, paper, like literally sometimes I save the cardboard boxes things come in and I cut out the parts of it that I like. Like at some point I'll show my crow journal off on stream. This is great advice, thank you. I mean, I could just take pictures of it really quick if you guys want to see. Because there's only a few pages, but then I also have like my Pinterest. Crow journal is genuinely the cutest way I've heard someone call a scrapbook. It's because it's a collection of trash. It's my trash hoard, my heap, my dragon's hoard. Alright. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I like that better. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, the line work's coming out really nice. Okay, I'm just gonna write down that this is a 12 point so I don't forget. Have you played Cookie Run? No, but I like Clover Cookie, and that's all. I don't know anything about Cookie Run. Oh, and I like Dr. Wasabi. Hold on. Do you guys want to see the journal? I can just grab it and take pictures really quick. Blah. There it is. Like I said, I only have a few pages, but I think it's nice. I think I did a nice job with it. Damn headphones squeezing my head again. Of course you like Clover Cookie. Who do you think I am? Who do you think you you are I am? Alright, hold on, let me get... I'm trying like so hard not to bump the mic with my hand because I like have to zoom out. I also do like themed pages, like similar things or like similar characters because like I collect character merch and stuff. There we go, and then that's the last page. Like I said, there's not a whole lot, but I do have a bunch that I need to put in still because it's been a bit since I've added pages. Follow-up question, but how did you find your aesthetic? I usually flip-flop between things so much. So what's interesting is I stopped trying to define it as like one thing. So the way that I found my aesthetic is I stopped trying to find someone else's word to describe it. I just kind of like acclimated all of the things that I liked, and I tried to think about how those puzzle pieces fit together rather than like stripping anything away that I felt didn't fit it and try to fit it into a pre-existing box. And I think that that's something that I always encourage people to do is like instead of looking for like an aesthetic word or like a core word, like don't go like, oh, I like cute core, oh, I like office worker core. Instead of that, just think about all of the things that you like and then think about how you can marry those themes together in something. I mean, yeah, basically it's my aesthetic, critter aesthetic, my own thing. But I don't think that, like, I think a lot of people are just looking for a grouping of things to put together, and really what they should be doing is figuring out how to group the things together that they already like. All right, here's one page. Like I said, I have a bunch. I mean, there's like, I think there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spreads total. Hi.
Do you like these or think they're ugly?
The combo of the bronze and the silver is maybe not the best.
That's fair.
There we go. It's the cutest thing I saw all day. Thank you. Hold on, wait. I'll go back and... Unless you want me to, like, tab through them, I can do that. There's more. Like I said, some of the pages aren't complete because I like matching the themes of the pages. Like this one, the one green page is not finished yet. I love Chococat. Me too. Chococat's my favorite character. Oh, I think I said this twice, so it's okay. Actually, that one's like mostly not finished. This one's pretty much done though. I don't think I could add anything more to it. But yeah. I love making little collage journal kind of pages. They're cute. I want a crow journal. Yeah, everyone should make one. They're so much fun. Blank aesthetic and blank core exist to sell you things. Exactly. Just make your own. Miffy. I love Miffy. Oh, and then there was my outfit from today. I was showing it off because I did like a little thing. How'd you get them to stick? Look up. Okay. Let me show you a picture so you know what you're looking for. They're called glue rollers. If you look up like scrapbooking glue roller, or like glue tape, I think it might be called. Okay, here's a good picture. They look very different. I'll find the ones that I use. Because I specifically use one. There's like a Japanese brand that I get because I was seeing someone use it and I was like, oh, that's clean as hell. I also like the minimalist aesthetic for things. I don't like things to be like kind of tacky. Okay, this isn't the one, but that one's nice. It looks like the one that I got is out of stock, so I'm going to send a different one. But what they are is they're like a roller that you press up against the paper, and it puts these little... Jesus, that's a link gore. Hold on, let me get a picture of this. They like put little dots of glue down onto the page. They look like this. So this is the one I sent. They put little dots of glue down onto the page, and then you can stick stuff onto it, or vice versa. You could put the glue dots onto the thing you're sticking to the page. And I would honestly recommend doing that because that's what I do for my scrapbook. Just when you're putting the glue dots down, make sure you have like a mat or like a newspaper underneath. And that will prevent getting glue dots like on your scrapbook or on your desk. And I would suggest doing that. They might be available on JetPens. JetPens has a lot of cute stuff. Let me see if I can find the roller that I have for like a later stream, and I'll look up the brand and then I'll come back with it. But this one is in stock. Like the one I just sent is in stock. And I think this one looks pretty cute too. Looks pretty much about the same thing I have, just a different color. I love these things, but they run out so fast. They do. I would recommend finding a cheap one. Like those little glue rollers I have, I got them for like $1 because I didn't want them to run out as quickly. That's so smart. I've been dousing mine with glue stick. Glue stick's a bit messy. That's the reason I didn't like it. I don't like how the like chunks come off. I do also have a glue stick for like the whenever I do like plastic, I find that super glue or like Gorilla Glue I use, but you have to make sure it's thin, and you have to make sure that you're not like doing too much of it, because sometimes the pages are too thin to deal with something like that. But then, you know, plastic is difficult to glue down. Choco Cat? Yeah, it was my Choco Cat scrapbook page. The Crow Journal. I like how glue sticks smell like cereal sometimes. I do know what you mean. I know what you're talking about. I feel like if we can get the line art for this done tonight, I'll be pretty confident. Get the line art for this done, and then get like the thumbnail for the animation demo done, so that I can post that for people, because I know that was something people were asking about. Does cereal have a smell? Kind of bready, like it smells like stock bread, because like, you know how some fresh bread has a nice smell, but it doesn't smell like that. It smells like old bread, stale almost. There's so many VTubers with good graphic design and logos too. This is truing. I have been studying. I've been trying to figure out what like the design language is with a lot of like VTubers VTubing, because I gotta do like a better more official 4-leaf logo. Because I want to do one that works well both in black and white, and then also in full color. What did they mean? You mean they smell like cereal? I mean, they do. Are we allowed to send links? There are cheaper glue rollers on JetPens. So links are not allowed in chat, but I was going to say, if you vouch, like, just to go to the JetPens site, I think that people will be able to hear and, like, see in chat. They'll be able to see in the VOD, too. Okay. Isn't it important when you have a shop where you sell homemade stuff like pins to have good packaging and stuff like that too? I would say it's important. Okay. What I'll say is this. I think you should focus on other things first. Like, you should always focus on the quality of your product over, like, having cute packaging. But it is something that you should care about. Like, you should also care about having your stuff be clean. Like, make sure you're not sending stuff that's, like, torn up. Make sure you're sending stuff so that it doesn't get damaged in transit. But the cuteness of something is important because it has people get that kind of like warm, fuzzy feeling when they get your product and open it up. I will say, for me, like, on the hierarchy of priorities, the most important thing to me when I started a shop was not being wasteful. Like, I really, really wanted to make sure all of the things that we were using for product like shipping I wanted to make sure that they were recyclable, and specifically, I wanted to make sure that the bigger stuff was compostable. And so I wanted to get us to the point where we basically have like zero waste. And I think we're on a good track. I think there's only one thing that we've had to be using plastic for that we're going to try and replace with wax, like beeswax bags. Because like for me, while I love giving people little knickknacks and while I love making people happy, I also want the happiness to be like eco-friendly and sustainable. We might have to live in a consumerist hellscape, but I want to be as true to my values as possible, even while doing that. Um, so that's like pretty important to me. Thank you for answering all my questions, by the way. I really appreciate it. Of course, that's so sweet. Thank you. Manatee stamp. Yeah. The other thing is the manatee stamp is, I believe that part of the proceeds go to protecting Florida wetlands. That was the other reason I really liked it. Other than I just think that manatees are cute. But we always like that. Basically, every time we do stuff with the shop or we do stuff with Four Leaf, and we meaning me and my boyfriend, because we're like officially business partners. Um, we're always trying to look for things that we could do to give back to the community, and we're always looking for things to do to try and like make it so that our eco footprint is as like light as possible, while still providing like good quality goods and like timely goods to people. Ah, yeah, that's looking good. That's looking clean as hell. I don't know what I ate for breakfast this morning where my lines are looking so good, but I'll take it. I keep thinking of the guy yoinking everything here there. I'm so glad that people get a kick out of the cooking emote. I think that's one of my favorites. My favorite emotes I think I've made are the scratching attack emote, the cheering one. Note taking is pretty good, and then I think cooking. Oh wait, how could I forget the Tanuki bounce? I don't know. I just all of the new ones. Like I'm getting so much more confident with my animation, so I like all the stuff I keep making. Demure emote, my one and only. I do use the demure emote so much in Discord. It's insane. Like I think that's probably my most used Discord emote at this point. I love the little cow. The sweet eyes of a baby cow. Wait, also, is there still music playing? I took my headphones off because they were squeezing my head. Okay, thank goodness there is. My damn fat head. I can't wear anything on my head. You want to go to Florida and find a fairy shrimp in a puddle next to a highway? I don't know if I want to go to Florida, but I do love creatures. I love the creatures they got there. I just am not heat resistant in the slightest. Oh, thank you for stretch. Thank you. Off topic, but Dandadan's art style looks very cool. The first episode and some of the manga scenes are off-putting, at least to me personally. No hate or anything to anyone enjoying it. Oh, thank you for the shop sale for Martimorphs. Oh no, to Orca though, like that's why I always warn people off like of reading it. Like if it's something that makes you uncomfortable, then that by no means are you forced to read it or and like I understand why. I think one of the things that I've thought when I've read it is like I've seen a lot worse in anime, so I'm a bit accustomed to it at this point. Um, and I think that the other elements of the story are things that I like enough that where I'm just like, oh, all right. Like I hate to say I'm not as phased by it now as I used to be, but like I've just been watching anime for so long. The first episode too, a lot of people were like going off about that scene, and I just remember watching it being like, I don't know if this is meant to be like this is. I don't think this is meant to be fan servicey. Like I think it's meant to be stressful, but that was just my takeaway from it. So having a bad dream and during my nap, and your voice woke me up. Thank you. Salutes. But yeah, it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, so there's nothing wrong with not liking it. I think it's funny though. I enjoy the humor, and I think the two main characters are really cute. Like I think that they're really cute together, and it's nice to have characters that like actually like each other. I got the UFO fish. Saturn. That's how I felt. That's how I felt too. That's how I felt too. Harbor? Hello? Meowing as he comes in. Not done playing until I get the straight title, Coda on the Grind. I still think it's funny that it's got air quotes around it. Now that Coda has the UFA fish I can color. I don't know if I like the shape I made their hair there. Music is very quiet. Ooh, I can turn it up. I can also switch to another playlist to... Oh, that's full volume. Okay, hold on. Let me know if this is a good volume. Everyone look up Silken Windhounds. I love you, honey. Actually, yes, everyone should do that. Silken Windhounds are awesome. Dog of all time to me. What brush do you use? It's a brush I made, actually. It's in my card, which should be linked below. I do like a little... I have like a little snapshot tutorial of how I build it. It is super duper simple. And also, I think it's good for everyone to learn how to build their brushes themselves in case there's ever anything you want that doesn't exist yet. I did it, I'm straight now. Salutes. If you had to have a dog persona, which dog would you be? I don't know. I don't really identify with a lot of dogs. Love your brush. I used to do a lot of low-res binary brushwork, and it reminds me of that, but nicer. Thank you. Alright. Let's see how the hair looks from a zoomed out angle. Only thing I'm seeing is that one strand is kind of like weirdly tucking in, and it would not do that. Are you a dog or are you a dog? I'm not a dog, I'm a cat. Meow. Anyway. But I like your little cat emoji with glasses. I wonder if I do it something like this. Meow. So if I start meowing, Harbor's gonna come in here and think I'm talking to him. Yeah, it looks a lot better. But it's still tucking kind of weirdly. I actually might need to just like wrap around the head. Okay, there we go. Nice, 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 nice. Are you a furry or something? Twitch, I just want you to look, possibly, just look to the tags of the stream. And the answer may find you. No way. I'm cackling right now. Wait, let me look. There are furries everywhere for those with the eyes to see. That's what I'm saying. Huh? Since when? No, it's not real. Close your eyes. Go back to sleep. It's fine. So many demurrers. Wait, I don't see any furry tags. Well, they're there. It may not be showing up, but yes, I am a furry. I'm leaving. You have fleas? No, I swear. I think I did Kale's hair pretty decently here. What do furry eyes see? I know the truth that the Webfishing devs are furries. I also know the truth that the Lethal Company dev is furry. Everywhere games you like are made by furries every day. What flavor of furry are you? I actually like pretty much all furry like designs. Like, I like mammals, I like birds, I like dragons, like amphibians. I love all animals. If you mean specifically what my little guy is, though, Critter is monster, cat monster. It's meant to be like an amalgamation of a bunch of different animals that I like. Don't forget Toby Fox. Oh, this is so real. How could I ever forget Toby Fox? Toby is a Did you not know? Sorry, I'm getting into the Reese's. Wait, he is? Please. His persona's a dog. He advertised. He worked on Homestuck, first and foremost. Toriel's a furry. Not to mention, he advertised on multiple furry websites. He advertised Undertale, like, in its early days. Somehow I didn't put two and two together. It's okay. Take my paw. Don't be scared. He made Undertale? No, that was my friend Marco. Reese's holds out my hand like it's trick or treat. That was my friend Marco. For those of you that don't know, Marco is also a game developer. His username is Radiation on Tumblr, and every day people come into his inbox thanking him for making Undertale. Because Toby's username is like Fuudegration or something like that. Like it's very similar, but like people just see game dev and go, "Oh my god, Toby Fox?" Like someone in the comments of one of his posts like thanked him for making Undertale. Fug Radiation. I think that's it. I thought it was like Fuwu, like this. F-Uwu. I don't know. I cannot remember. Actually, I think specifically the post that someone said that to him, to Marco, was the... Do you know the like posts that's like, ooh, spot the vampire, spot the white elf, and then the person responds, "You are doing some Cocomelon shit to me." That is my two friends, Bruce and Marco is the one that's saying, "Ooh, spot the white elf." Also, hello. Do you have any opinions on the usage of uwu and oo? I really do not care. I think that like they're fine, but the humble :3 is right there. The :3 has been there for us from the beginning of time. Just remember to have fun and be yourself. This is true. Do what you want forever. I don't believe in cringe. I genuinely don't. The only cringe I believe in is like being mean to other people and being uncurious as a person. Like if you don't care to learn about other people, I think that's cringe. I think that's kind of embarrassing, frankly. I had no idea you were friends with Bruce. I used to be obsessed with his blog when I was like 14. I read it every day. We read it like in the morning paper. Yeah, no, Bruce and I have been friends. We've known each other since like our early years on Peach. Ironically through a mutual friend that neither of us are friends with anymore, but that's a story for another day. Peach mention? Oh my god. People knowing what Peach is makes me feel like less insane. Peach to those who know. Come here, you don't still use Peach, do you? Because I do, and I'm always like, who else could be here? Peach in love on planet Earth. I do not. That's okay. That's okay. Honestly, it's mostly just become like a daily diary. You know, like it was supposed to be in the beginning, when things were pure. Bowser? Ads, aw. I downloaded Peach a while ago and had no idea how to use it and deleted it. It's like the only way to use Peach is to know people on Peach. It is essentially private Twitter if it were more private. And that's it. That's the whole app. Let's see how this looks. That looks pretty good, but the upper eyelid might need to be a little darker. Before it got overtaken by kidneys, I have so many stories of up-and-coming Tumblr replacements that got ransacked by Kindler expat. sorry, that's really funny. That's really funny. It's still mostly other kidneys, but I think that's like it's the ones that I want to be near. My friends, all holding hands and spinning around in a circle. I'm innocent. What on God's earth is Kindler? So like, the concept of kinning. You know, like, believing yourself to be a character in the past life, like a fictional character or an animal or a thing. There's a lot of different variations. It all stems from the word otherkin. There is an entire side of Tumblr that has like heinous felony level like crimes and blood feuds with each other that is called Kindler, which is just where all of those people congregate. And let me be very frank, there's literally nothing wrong with being a Kinney and being like, oh, I am this character. That's fine. What is wrong is telling people to kill yourself or kill themselves over it. That's wrong. So, Kindler isn't really a thing anymore. I think they're mostly teens on TikTok now. Did they migrate? But you're not missing anything. It was basically just a bunch of people who fought with each other on Tumblr about literally nothing. Maybe not migrate, but new generation. Fair. Co-working actually for real now instead of web fishing. Salute. It's the things that YouTubers make video essays about now. They were like, you weren't there on the battlefield. Yeah. Last OSC is from what game? Let me check. I took my headphones off. It's Wii Party main menu. Sorry, I took my headphones off because they were squeezing my head. Hi, honey. My boyfriend using the squirmer emote in chat. As an artist, though, do I have permission to ask people to not kill my own characters? I'm going to be real, Cat Fries. You have the permission to do whatever you want as an artist with your own works. I don't... What I will tell you is this. I have my own personal opinions that artists should be able to set whatever boundaries they want with their works, but that doesn't mean that the internet agrees, you know? Like, I've had people get mad at me for saying, like, hey, I don't want you doing this with my character, and then people will be like, well, you can't stop, that's censorship, or like, oh, you can't stop, like, you know, you're being mean to me specifically, and I'm just like, I just don't like the way that you're acting about this. So what I learned is that if I don't like the way that people are behaving about something, I just do not post it online, simply. I put it in the cookie jar up on the shelf and take it away from them. Do you have a headphone gap in your hair that's like one TikTok? No? Did we update the PNG tuber? Yes, we did. Censorship, you're literally one guy. Internet users will use the word censorship for literally anything, though. That's the thing. Like, I think that people love to use big words and, like, they're fighting big devils when in reality they're just mad at one person doing something they dislike. And I think it would be a lot better for everybody if we could just go, I don't like that thing, rather than try to make it, like, this big fucking thing all the time. Sometimes it is a big fucking thing. Like, there is something going on. But I also think that, like, words slowly are losing meaning because people are using big-ass words like gaslighting when they just mean that someone lied or someone was kind of a shitty person. And, like, you know, it gets frustrating. It does get very frustrating. I agree with you so much. I'm glad to know. These are my contentious opinions that I don't share anywhere else, so... That's why I have stopped posting on social media other than art. Dare I say the overuse of the word Nazi? Well, and the thing is, I think that you can say fascism. Like, there are a lot of instances of the use of the word fascism because fascism is an organized, like, principle. It is a thing. But, like, I do think that, like, the use... There are some words that have a very specific meaning, and when they're slung around meaninglessly or, like, willy-nilly, it's kind of, like... I don't know. They both lose their impact, and also it's a bit disrespectful. Another one that I feel like a lot of people, like, either don't know the meaning of the word, or they just, like, deliberately ignore it. People say things like, say someone is a TERF, but they're just a transphobe. TERF specifically is a trans exclusionary radical feminist. So it has to do with trans women and trans femmes. And I feel like wanting to use that word as like a catch-all big baddie is just doesn't make sense. There are definitely some calling cards of TERFs that don't have anything to do with trans femmes because they use other words to hide their actual meaning. But like, I do feel that it is a little like tone deaf to try and make it mean about anything other than trans femmes and trans women because that's why the word came into existence. Yeah, exactly. I mean, now what I'll say is they do the work for them. TERFs specifically have a branding of their transphobia that distinguishes themselves from other forms of it. Exactly. And I think again, it's just one of those instances where we all do a lot better to be a little more realistic about the words that we're using and like why we're using them because they're there to communicate a specific meaning. Alright. That said, I do think... Actually, change to a little bit of a happier subject, because it is something that I've been wanting to ask. There are people in YouTube comments asking for, like, genres of, like, tutorial video or, like, style of art YouTube video, and I was gonna ask, what are some things that you guys would like to see get covered as, like, either tutorial nights or study buddy nights? Things that, like, you struggle with or you would like to see me try to explain. Or if I don't know how to explain them, like, you'd like to see me try to learn. Because I have ideas in mind, but also sometimes I don't even realize that there are things that people want until they say them, and I'm like, oh wait, I could totally do that. Sunsetty, I love that idea too. I love bay leaf. Oh wait, sorry, I'm scrolling up. I have trouble like gestures and good posing and framing shit like that. I don't draw, I just like watching the PNG Bird Yap. It's okay. This is so vague, but like how to connect human body parts together and pose them. I can draw parts in isolation, but when I put them together, it looks so stilted and whack looking. Comic composition, not necessarily the panels, but the way you compose a scene to convey different moods. Ooh. Composition, anatomy for anthro-human characters, gesture studies, human anatomy. Not a tutorial for me so much as, but I really loved watching last background study stream. It was really relaxing. Nice. I can do more like that. Composition, coloring, rendering, line confidence. Line confidence is maybe something I can't do a video on like there's no like tips like this is how you do it, but what I will tell you is the two tricks that I have for line confidence are you need to start drawing in pen in real life because you can't erase pen, so it kind of forces you to be more confident with your lines. And if something looks bad, you either have to like learn to deal or alternatively redraw the whole thing. And two, you need to draw faster. the faster you move your line, the smoother it's going to be because there's less time for it to jitter. I'm new here, but maybe you could do... oh, you could explain how to draw clothes. Oh, wait. Meat slabs. I just did, like, a clothing study night the other day, and it's funny you say that because the VOD was uploaded recently. It's not like a teaching demo because I don't feel that confident in drawing clothes myself yet, but if you were interested, I can send that right here. This is like, this is the demo, or this is like the study video. So I would say, like, I do two different kinds of streams. I do demos, which are like, I am confident in this subject, I can teach it, here's how I do it. And then there's, this is something I'm not confident in, so I'm studying it on stream for you guys to watch my study process. And those are the Study Buddy streams. They do both get posted as VODs and under the Study Buddy title, but I would say that for streams, there is like a distinct difference. Also, thank you for the hydrate. Also, try not to cover up a bad stroke with multiple attempts. Instead, undo and redo until you get a singular good line. Yes, this is true. This is very true, because if you keep erasing away at one line, you're going to get, like, the Fuzzy Peaches effect, where, like, your line looks kind of jilted, or, like, it just kind of, it looks like it has been erased over and over again. I don't know how else to describe it. It's much better to just get a smooth, singular stroke if you can. That's how you get, like, air quotes, like, clean-looking line art. Now, these are all, like, an it depends piece of advice, right? Because sometimes if you want that fuzzier or, like, rougher or more, like, organic look, there are people that do that on purpose, and I think that that's perfectly fine. That, like, level of organicness to art is something that some people actually, like, enjoy. But if you want smoother lines, then the way to do that is by using less corrective strokes and just going with it right and doing it as quickly as you can. Like me, I was going to say, Lemmy, I love your work. I don't think there's ever one right way to draw. I think that you find something that you like the look of and then you keep working with that. But it's always good to experiment with new ways because, like, you'll learn new things every time you do. I also want to teach one of my friends how to draw and I don't know where to start. What do you suggest? What does she want to draw? Or what does your friend want to draw? Oh yeah, okay, here. Sorry, I was like, wait, was she or used it? And then I'm like, yeah, it literally was. I just forgot it. My memory of like 2 seconds. I saw your cell shading video and I really like your art. It's so cute. Thank you. Shout out to sketchy artwork. Me and my homies love sketchy artwork. Thank you. I guess I'm saying thank you, but I agree. That's what I meant to say. Sorry, sometimes when I'm doing lines, my brain leaves the building. Do I want to open back up? I'm kind of like debating if I like the 1 second loop of the web fishing art and if I just want to do it. Because I don't mind that my guy's the only one that blinks. It is still pretty cute. I'll keep doing the line work for the commission. I've succumbed to my urge to draw. Yes, yes, draw together. I think it's important that those lines should be done intentionally, doing something, intentionally using your messy lines for, oh, this is true. This is very true. I will say sometimes too, and I guess it depends on like how developed your eye for art is. Sometimes you could just look at something and be like, that looks good. And you can't really put your finger on why, but you just like how it looks, and that's enough of a reason to do something. Like, genuinely. Line of action does them... Oh, someone beat me to it. Line of action's one I have a bit of a contentious relationship with because I find that the way that it's explained is quite annoying. A lot of people, like, the way it was explained to me, maybe because I'm autistic, I didn't understand it. The way it's always been explained is, like, it's part of your, like, guidelines drawing process, like, you should draw the line of action. But really what I find is more helpful is if you draw the general pose from a study or a reference that you're looking at, if it's a pose that you're uncertain with, or alternatively, draw the pose how you would like to draw it without the line of action, and then place what you think the line of action is and adjust the pose so that it fits that line of action more. If you want a more dramatic and striking pose. Oh, I'm at the website. Someone was looking for resource. Oh, my badge. My bad. Sorry, I love looking at chat. The only trouble is that I get like one of every 3 messages because I'm drawing. So sometimes I get things out of context. I like to use line of action as a pseudo spine. That does work. That works, though it's not always going to be like a perfect method. But I do something pretty similar when I do like gesture sketches. It's usually where I usually draw it and then I attach like the ribcage box that I do to it. All right. Let me see. That sleeve looks okay, but I honestly might undo that. I don't use line of action that much. I make shapes themselves, and yeah, I was gonna say I kind of chunk it out. Like when I do gestures, I don't do line of action, but I do chunks of shape, and I find that it makes a much more interesting silhouette to do that than it does if you're like trying to think about like cartoon line of action. So it's basically like whatever works best for you, but I don't think that there's like one right way to get a fluid pose. Like if it works, it works. I forgot Kale's eyebrows. I was like, why do you look different? What's wrong? I just thought of this. It's not really an art tutorial thing, but how do I price my art? Okay. So we've talked about it a few times on stream before, and I will say you have to take this piece of advice knowing that I am an American, so my perspective is that of an American person working, and that this will differ, and how realistic these prices are will differ depending on where you live in the States, or whether you do live in the States. What I will say is for art, I find that you should try to figure out how quick your process is for whatever thing you're selling, whether it be a character full body, a piece with a full rendered background, a chibi, a character sheet, whatever. You should figure out how long it takes you to do that thing, and then at the very least, you should pay yourself minimum hourly wage. So let's say it takes you like 5 hours to do a character full body, start to finish. And you live in the state of North Carolina. I think North Carolina's minimum wage was like $8 an hour. So you should be charging at least $40 for what you do. But then on top of that, you want to keep in mind that you want to know how you want to keep in mind how big your audience is. So how much reach are you going to get, and like, are people willing to pay $40 for what you do? You shouldn't charge less, but to add on to it, you should consider this. You should think about taxes. Are you making enough money that taxes are going to be taken out of what you make? Because if you make over $2,000 on commissions, you do need to set aside tax for commissions. But if not, it does vary depending on where you live, but I believe if you don't make over 2,000, you're fine. And then, because like basically it's like after 2,000, the IRS starts like knocking on your door. How much time do you spend communicating with the client? Because if you do the art piece and it only takes you 2 hours, but you spend like 2 or 3 hours communicating back and forth with the client and making edits, then those 2 to 3 hours of communication should also be added to the grand total of the time. And then also finally, you should probably think about how many edits you're willing to have to do before you say, hey, okay, that's going to be an additional charge. Because most people offer edits before, like, just to like make sure the art is like satisfactory to the person, but you have to know that there are going to be people that take advantage of that if you don't put a limiter on how many there are, and they'll do that to get free art out of you. And I have known people that's happened to. I actually know someone who had someone make edits to their artwork, and their art was so consistent that the person was getting them to make edits so they could make an animation out of it by just having them slightly change the pose each time. I actually think it's $600. Wait, what? $600? Oh, $600 before they start taking money. I don't care who the IRS is. I'm not paying attention. I tried looking up the $2,000 thing to double check, and I couldn't find anything that said on that. Forrest was saying 600. It's actually crazy. So 600 is when they start looking for it. Interesting. Oh, are you saying the animation? Yeah, the animation thing was wild. That is grimy. Somebody say taxes? Yes, Forrest did a little tax demo for the shop recently during stream. Yes, it is almost December, so you should probably, if you do commissions, you should try make sure you're keeping tabs on how much you make so you can not get in trouble. That looks pretty good. I love when Forrest talked to us about taxes during the intermission. He's just good with that kind of stuff. The other day, Ethan was complimenting Forrest's mail organization system, that he created a system for pulling and organizing the addresses and orders. And in Ethan's own words, I could not have made a better system than this, and I'm surprised that someone that doesn't work in programming was the one that made this because of how well it's made. So, he's a clever guy. Asking for 4,000 edits, and the artist is completely unaware. I'm secretly having them reanimate the entirety of Snow White. Is finishing a sketch in 10 minutes okay? I mean, yeah. I would say as long as you like what you do. There's no wrong, like I said, there's no right or wrong way to get art done, and I was doing Pokemon drawings in like 10 minutes. It's very individual, like, or it's very like to each person. Also, I'm doing this, but I actually don't know what the little design on Kale's like head button things are. Should probably like pull the ref up. Not that. There you go. Bro's just cool like that. He is. How does paying taxes work? I don't know. In Chile, we pay taxes IVA, a little tax per transaction. So you also pay a little tax per transaction in the States. But especially if you're like a commissions-based artist, or you're someone that doesn't have like sales tax that you pay at a store, what happens is at the end of the year, you have to calculate how much you made, and then you send that amount of money that you owe to the government. And if you get it wrong, you go to jail, because the government knows how much you owe, but they don't tell you. Which is kind of insane. And like, technically, I think everyone's owed a free tax consultant. Don't quote me on that. I just don't know why. I think it's something to do with like tax companies lobbied and made it so that like it couldn't be offered for free or something like that. I'm not an expert on these things, but I did hear someone, I was like listening to someone talk about it the other day. I have no idea how to calculate taxes. It depends on how much money you make a year. So there's like different tax brackets. So like, let's say you make $24,000 a year. I think you're in like you're like in poverty status. So hashtag me, hashtag real. If you're in that poverty bracket, you only get taxed 30% of your income. But if you move up, it can get up into like 45 or 50% of your income gets taken by taxes. H&R Block lobbied against the things improving. Yes. Baby, no. Wait, okay, Forrest, you have to explain this because I'm not the guy that does this. I'm sorry. I just know how much I have to set aside. I know I set aside 30% of what I make. I was gonna say, if you want to come in here and explain it again, you can, though. You are much more knowledgeable in this than I am. Harsh being a concerned parent husband. He's I am not a math guy. I get told what to do and I'm like, aye, Captain, and I do it. Oh, there's the federal tax prince. Well, so that is useful. Damn, it's 16,000. Okay, okay. Okay, but it's 10%. I would if I didn't have to get up tomorrow at like 4:30. I forgot you have to do that. We might do a shorty stream tonight then. Just so I don't keep you up. He has to bring our kid to a field trip. They have to be like at a train station at a certain time. Being an adult sounds so hard. Taxes might feel forever ununderstandable. That is okay though. That is why there are people that specialize in those things. I would say it's good to try to have a general understanding of things, and it's also okay if it takes you a little while to get it, but at least as an adult that is a little dumb sometimes, the best thing and the best piece of advice I can give to you is get really, really good at like one or two things, and then make friends with people that are also really, really good at one or two things. And eventually you'll just have a group of like a large group that are all slightly adequate at something and can help each other. Use Free Tax USA, that is true too. What brush are you using? It is a brush that I made. It is in my card, which is linked below. And it is, there's like a little demo for how I made it. Second Forest, use Free Tax USA. Okay, the two smartest people I know are saying to do the same thing, so I think you have your answer. Like a D&D party. I mean, exactly. Okay, and I mean this in the nicest way possible too, because I'm friends with a bunch of artists, and so I know how it is. But I'm trying to figure out how I word this nicely. Something I see happen a lot of times with online friend groups or even real life friend groups is that all of the people in that group all came together because of a similar interest. But because that was their similar interest, that's all, they're all into the same thing and they're all good at the same thing. And because of that, when push comes to shove and you need someone that's good at planning or organizing, or you need someone that's going to be okay talking to a manager if something happens, if you're all out to dinner or something. If you don't have someone like that in the group, that friend group typically doesn't last very long. And my reason for saying that is you need people that are capable of doing things. You also need it so it's not just one person that's doing all of that, because that person will get burnt the hell out. You need a dedicated extrovert friend. More so, you need to all have a little piece of extroversion or something that you bring to the table. Because if you rely so heavily on one person to constantly be the one planning things, or constantly be the one that makes sure everyone is okay, or constantly be the one that makes sure that everyone's like, you know, got everything they need, that their accommodations are all met, that person will get exhausted and also, and very likely at some point, stop doing that. Posture check, thank you. Friend groups aren't transactional, but there needs to be consideration to everyone. Exactly, exactly. I mean, like, and I think that's one of the only things that kind of like quirks an eyebrow a little bit when I hear someone say like mom friend or dad friend. I think it is more typically used by younger people. And, you know, there are just some people that are more mature younger than others, so they're going to be the one that takes on some of the responsibility in their friend group. But at the same time, when I hear that, and I'm like, so if you consider this person like mom friend, dad friend, what are you not doing that makes you feel this way about them? Maybe that's just me though, because I've been in that position multiple times. Also, thank you for the hydrate. A lot of the time, mom friend doesn't have people who check up on them. I know. They don't have people that check up on them, and like their work and like their service that they put into the friend group is considered like an expectation. So like, and here's the thing. I will say I have a friend that we did like that I would have considered like the mom friend of our group, but not because she organized everything and put everything together. She was just very like nurturing. She like, to her way of expressing love was by caring for people and like making sure they were fed, making sure that like they knew someone cared. She like would write letters and stuff to us when we were sad, but we also did that back. Like, that's the thing, is like I might have been like, might have like different ways of showing care, but it was not just like an expectation of like, oh, you are like my mother figure, take care of me. Okay, the reason I lost a 12-year friendship, I was always the one having to make time for my ex-bestie, never made time for me. Yeah. Smith here has such autism eyes. It's just the effect that my art has on things. We're all adults. We take turns being the mom or dad. That's exactly how it is, and that's why I say I feel like that term is more commonly used by younger people, because like there are just genuinely some people that have to grow up faster. Unfortunately, it's not always a happy reason that happens. And like, so to me, I hear that and I just go, ooh. I remember being called that, or like when people call like a child an old soul, and it's like 9 times out of 10 that person is just autistic or like has experienced some form of like childhood unrest, and because of that they like grew up faster than everyone else, and in like 5 years time they're about to have the worst meltdown that you've ever seen someone have. I'm totally not speaking from personal experience here, by the way. My take is that I do think that part of a friendship or any relationship is functionality. Like, it's always worth considering if being friends with someone and them being friends with you has positive impacts, whether it means happiness-wise, ability to socialize, being able to navigate the world. And it's not transactional, but like, love and friendship also means making each other stronger and kinder people. I completely agree. Well, so that's the thing. It's like, friendship isn't transactional because you can't do everything tit for tat. But I do think if you're feeling uncared for and you voice that in your friendship with someone, and that person's reaction to say, "Nuh-uh," then you have to keep in mind that that person's response is not caring. Because if I were to be told by someone that I love that I make them feel uncared for, I would be horrified. I would be like, oh my god, what did I do? I'm so sorry. How can I make this better? Because I care. Does that make sense? Like if you we have the space to make mistakes. We have the space to like mess up and not know what people need of us, and then in turn give them the space to communicate their needs. But if when needs are communicated, you just go, no, I won't do that, that's where you might want to like think, is this friendship for me? And sometimes people's needs just don't line up too. Like that is 100% a thing that happens. Like I will be completely like blank, or what's the word? Blunt? Yeah, there's a word for it, but I'll think of it later. I am not someone who can constantly be in communication with other people. Like I need time away from communication because I'm autistic. I like so I know that there are some people that are like, if someone doesn't respond to me fast enough, I start to get anxious, so I need you to reply when I send messages. And the thing is, I get that. I hear you. When I meet people like that, I'm like, we will not be friends. We won't be friends, not because I don't think you're probably like a charming person, but because I cannot provide to you what you need to be comfortable in a way that is still comfortable for me. And I think that that needs to be a real consideration that some people have when they meet new people, is not that this other person's like a devil, not that they don't care, not that they don't want to take care of them. It's just not feasible, and that's fine. Frank, thank you. Thank you, Sirloin Beef. Always the angel of the chat. I love hanging out with friends, but also all my social batteries can very easily run dry. And I think if you communicate that, and it may even take some people a little longer to catch on, because like for me, with Far's family, one of the big things with them is I kept being like, please give me more of a heads up than like one day before you guys make big plans where like we are going to go out to eat, or like we're expected to come over, because I need some time to like mentally prepare. And they're like, oh, so you don't like us? And I'm like, no, it's the opposite. I do like you, so I want to put my best self forward, and I can't do that unless you give me time to prepare, because I like get overwhelmed not knowing what's going on and when it's happening. And I can't like mentally set aside spoons to do like socializing activities properly. Because if I don't, and I don't know, and then I wind up doing something the day before that exhausts me, then I'm going to come in and act rude because I'm tired and I can't like mask as well. And I don't want to do that. I want to be the nice version of myself that I know I can be when I have the energy to act neurotypical, essentially. Never related to something more than I have now. Well, it took me years to like figure out how to properly word that to people, because before I thought I was just antisocial, but then I would like miss people and want to see them after some time of having been away. But I hated spontaneity. Like I hate when people just come in and are like, hello, I'm here, and I'm like, oh my god, why? I'm in my pajamas. I'm in my pajamas and I wasn't supposed to have to be a human being today. It's like lizard day today. I feel awful for even asking for a heads up, even though I genuinely need it. Well, don't. That's the thing. And I'm telling you, autistic people, who the best way to describe it to the people that you love is to tell them, I love you, so I want to be the best version of myself, and this is how you can help me do that, because I want to express my love to you, because I want to have this relationship. Don't put it, like, if you make them feel like it's you're, like, running away or you don't like them, they may get upset by that. So find ways to communicate your needs and your boundaries in a way that lets them know why you have those things and why you're expressing those things. And it'll help them get on board. Like, it'll help, not only will it help them get on board, then in the future, when the same stuff crops up, they will, if they are good people and they care about you in turn, will help defend those boundaries of yours to people that don't yet know them. That is what I found. And there's also totally been people, like I said, where things didn't work out because I would say, hey, this is not something that I can do in the way that you want. How can we work this out so that I can do this a little better in a way that's still comfortable for me? And they wouldn't budge. They would be like, no, you have to do it this way. And I'm just like, well, I don't think that this is a relationship that will work out then. And I'm sorry, because I did enjoy my time with you, but I just can't do that the way that you're asking me to. The disability is still a disability, whether or not you want it to be. I've had a lot of people get upset by that too, like that when I say I'm sorry I cannot be the version of you think that I can be, and I'm trying to, like, I want to find compromise, but I can't be exactly that. I've had them get like mad and like go like, so you don't even want to be friends? And it's like, no, I do. It's just that, like, in order to do this, we would have to find a way that's comfortable for both of us. And I feel like right now you're only really thinking about your own comfort and not anyone else's, and I'm trying to consider both of ours. And it's not something that a lot of people do. Not a lot. There's a large portion of people in this world that when asked to consider someone else's comfort, they take it as a personal offense. And it's always like very strange to me because at least as an autistic person, like I'm constantly trying to make sure that I'm not upsetting or not offending people, because I have to think about, there's like the way that I would think of something, and then I have to put it through neurotypical filter and be like, okay, this is how this could be interpreted, so I have to be careful with how I word this so I don't hurt anyone's feelings. Even though I know what I mean, it could be interpreted differently. So to not consider how someone might feel and to never have had to do that is in itself a privilege, and it's also one of those things where, like, I wish people would kind of step outside their box a little. I'm so bad at it's okay, it's a skill. It's a skill you develop. Here, the thing is, we're helping our kid develop it too. Like, our kid is also autistic, and I think that's part of the reason why when we first met, they kind of like latched onto me like a baby duckling, is because I feel like I've had so many years of socializing and practicing as a person with autism that, like, there are skills that I have that other people are like, how can you do that if you're autistic? And it's like, it was like blood and tears and sweat and like everything, every painful thing you could think of to get to this point. You're neurotypical Sona William. I don't know if it's just me, but my friendships don't really last long because I could be really blunt, and so I sometimes say things that come off as rude. It's not my intention, but my thing is, people don't tell me they're upset about what I said, so they end up hating me, and I will just be left there clueless about what I did wrong. It is difficult when people don't communicate. So I would say that the best thing that you can do, for the time being at least, is try to, whatever you would go to say, like naturally what you would naturally go to say, try to soften it by like 10 degrees, and eventually people will probably start reacting a little more positively. And I'm not saying this is like the end-all be-all advice. People in the chat, you're free to disagree with me, but I'm saying from my own experience, when I would think of something and how I would say it, I would try to like backpedal and soften it way more than I thought was necessary. And then like, that was usually what resonated. That was usually what was considered acceptable. So now I just speak that way naturally, but like it did take some time. Also, welcome in Kiki. I love watching chill streams with heavy metal in another tab. Actually, wait, speaking of music. Okay, yeah, it's still playing. Good. Like I said, I have my headphones off. I have autistic coworkers, and they kind of flock to me because I'm very open about being autistic as a member of management. It's comforting to know they seek some comfort. That's sweet. Yeah, not communicating hurts everyone, too. I am sorry that those friendships didn't work out, but while you should still work on developing your skills and, like, try to figure out how to be less blunt, I also think that if someone won't say ouch when they're hurt, that is not a great sign for them either. So, and this is to everyone in the chat, please, if someone hurts you and you love that person and you want to maintain a relationship with that person, saying ouch, that hurt is how you keep that relationship going. If you don't say anything when someone hurts you, and there's a time and place too. This is with discretion. Like, Farce and I have talked about this a lot. Like, there are times when someone may be too sensitive to hear something, but in time, you should feel comfortable enough to talk to that person to tell them that they hurt you and that you would like the relationship to improve so that that doesn't happen again. And if you don't feel like you can do that with someone, you may need to reconsider the relationship. And like I said, there are sometimes situations where someone is just very vulnerable. Like, there are going to be times when people cannot be the perfect friend. But if it's always like that, that's when you need to start stepping back and thinking about things. Ouch, that hurt is so effective, actually. It is, because it removes all intention. Not like, why did you hurt me? Or like, you did this to hurt me. But saying, ouch, that hurt my feelings. And, you know, you don't have to say it that, like, kind of childishly. But, like, in essence, if you say, ow, that kind of hurt, you allow them to explain why it happened, but also give them the room to change. Because you don't assign any intent to their actions. You just explain how it made you felt. I wanted to say I love your streams, and anytime I catch them, they're always so wonderful and to vibe to and so helpful. Thank you, Razodial. I'm so glad to hear that. I've been trying to work on it myself, because I know they're just trying to establish their boundaries. Yes, and so here's another thing. I know RSD is something, or like rejection-sensitive dysphoria is a thing that a lot of neurotypical people deal with, because it's going back to what was said earlier. If you have experienced being shunned for reasons you don't understand, or like for the reasons that people don't explain, you develop kind of like a hair trigger sensitivity to rejection and like to someone being upset with you, because it's in your brain, it starts spiraling like, oh my god, this is how it starts, like this is how this person hates me and leaves. But the best thing that you can do as a friend and for yourself too, like for your long-term happiness, is to allow yourself to experience that panic in private, step away for a second, calm down, and then return. It is so okay to say, I want to have this conversation, but could I have a minute just to calm down, and then return. That is so much better than freaking out to that person and making them feel like they can't communicate with you and feel like they cannot communicate, like, in an effort to make your relationship better. Chimera said, again, like my friend Koda once said, I want to be worth it to fix after someone gets hurt. I completely agree. I used to deal with really bad RSD, but it's gotten significantly better over the years. Well, see, it's a skill. Again, it is a skill. It is like flexing a muscle that you have kind of exacerbated. How I like to think about it is, if RSD is like a sprain, or it's like a torn muscle, and that muscle is your ability to believe that people will stay with you once you've done something wrong. Basically, trust. If RSD is a sprained trust muscle, then over time of giving it time to heal, rather than expecting yourself to function like someone that isn't injured, it can function better. You just have to rest it. Like, you have to treat it with understanding rather than be mad that it doesn't act the way you want it to. Does that make sense? Did you say RSD is more common in typical or divergent? It is more common in neurodivergent people. It's not impossible for neurotypical people to have, or sorry, yeah, it's more common in neurodivergent people, but it's not impossible for neurotypical people to have. But the one thing I will say is, I'm not a psychologist. I would be surprised if someone was neurotypical if they had RSD, because I believe RSD itself is a condition, which would therefore make you neurodivergent. I could be wrong though. Conversation is making me feel smoking emoji. This is the first time I've heard of RSD, and I think mine is just torn. Well, and the thing is, it's something that I think if you... It's like all disabilities. Just having the word for it and going, oh, that's me, is the first step. The next step is understanding it so you can help treat it. And help live, and I don't want to say get better, because there's some disabilities, and actually many disabilities, that you don't get better from. They just are, like, that is just how you are. But there are ways to live more fulfilling lives, and that's what I would want for everyone, is to find ways that you can be functional, happy, and not feel bad all the time. Better managed, that's a good way to say it. I would also like to present the option that there's many people who don't outwardly appear neurodivergent, may not even know that they're neurodivergent, so they may absolutely experience RSD and have no language for it. This is true. This is very true. I do also think that, like, the idea of, like, a purely neurotypical person is a bit of a myth. But the thing is, when I say that, then I get, like, the traces and, like, the war flashbacks of the, like, everyone's a little autistic, and I'm like, okay, well, that's just not true. You may relate to autism symptoms, but autism is a very specific thing. Like, it is a disorder. It is a thing that exists. But I do think that the idea that a neurotypical person, like, never gets tired or never gets frustrated at social situations or functions absolutely perfectly all the time that's just not true. Like, that's not even realistic. It's like, of course everyone's brain is different from each other. Exactly. I knew I was neurodivergent from a young age, but it took me until like 18, 19 to really understand it. For me, I just kind of like always felt like an alien. Like, I just felt like there was something wrong with me, and I never had the word for it. And it made me feel like so awful and like hopeless for the longest time. And the worst part is, like, my family like knew that I was autistic, and they just never told me because they didn't want me to act different, because I guess they thought if they told me it would make me behave differently on purpose. But instead what happened is I felt like completely isolated from everyone. Like, I had these emotions and things I experienced that, like, other people looked at me like I was nuts for. And I never knew why. And I was just like, well, clearly there's something wrong with me and I'll never be happy. And I had this like breakdown in front of my mom at one point, and she's like, no, you're just autistic. And I was like, and you've known this entire time? And she's like, yeah, because we didn't want you to act autistic. And I was like, ugh. So after that, I was able to get like more effective coping strategies and like guides online and from other autistic people. And also just feel like, okay, it's not just something nebulously wrong with me. Like, I have a word for it now, and I feel like I can kind of belong, even if I'm different than other people, and that's fine. And then over time, I realized that everyone is different from everyone. It's just that I wasn't being given the right coping skills or the support system that I needed to be happy. And it's all feeds into itself. Sort of out of topic, but how do I know I'm autistic? I used to always search about it and see what symptoms would match to me because I was sure I was autistic. Then I felt the symptoms I related to, I didn't have them that bad and it wasn't autism, but now I realize I might actually be struggling with relationships. So maybe this is a bad answer. The fact that you were wrestling with it, well, so I'm not going to say you likely are, but what I'll say is this. You don't need to be something to receive help from the coping strategies that people who have it use, if that makes sense. So you don't need to know for a fact that you're autistic, but if you know that you struggle with your relationships and you find ways to cope with them that help you feel better, that other autistic people use, then doesn't that basically do the same thing? At the end of the day, diagnosis for disabilities is only so helpful as you need it to be. So if there's accommodations you need met that diagnosis would give you, then by all means pursue diagnosis. But isn't it just better to like treat the symptom than it is to constantly debate whether or not you deserve treatment for something that you have? Does that make sense? And yes, and the important part of labels is so that you can figure out what works. But if you research autism and you go, oh, that sounds like me and this is helping me, there's no point in knowing for sure if you are something if it works. Being told by my parents I knew I was autistic and one, didn't tell me or get any help, two, were dicks to me for my autistic traits is like a nightmare scenario, but that is what happened to me. My parents would constantly like belittle me or like berate me for not acting like other kids, but they knew why I didn't act like other kids. They were just kind of like trying to shame me into it, which is insane. Good lord. Realizing I have OCD was a nightmare because not even therapists really understood OCD. I just thought it was literally evil or something. No, exactly. And the thing is too, like, our understandings and definitions of mental health and neurodivergences are like constantly shifting and adapting over time. So I have found the most effective thing that you can do is just like treat what it is that you're experiencing and try to find coping mechanisms for the specific things you're experiencing, because trying to pull apart the hairs and have a perfect label that encapsulates everything you go through is not possible because we are human beings and human beings do not exist within solo boxes. Having a label that helps you communicate to other people better specific things that you experience is good, but don't try to make yourself fit something you don't feel you fit if it's not helping you at all, is what I'm saying. Also, researching and asking for help is not only encouraged, it is a good thing. Again, you don't need to know, and you don't need to like tell other people I am this thing in order to say I struggle with this thing, can you help? Or I struggle with this thing, what do you do to get better with this? Again, I hope this makes sense. You're right, I always just need to stay away from everyone, and I have my own space after school because for some reason I get really mentally tired from it, specifically with socializing. And this is the other thing I'll say, and this might be a bit... Actually, I won't say. I'll hold my tongue on this one again, because like I'm not a psychologist by trade, but I've taken psychology courses, and I have some gripes with the American model of psychological help, but I won't expect perfection from something that is literally treating like the human brain, which is such a fascinating and strange organ. Although, Chimera, I will tell you later. You'll hear it. You'll hear me rant about it. Oh my gosh, welcome in, Nana. Hello. Your mail is here. Hello, Nana. Yay, break tickets and critter. Hi, Nana. We're talking about autism. We were talking about autism coping strategies for different like neurodivergencies. We were talking about like RSD, like rejection sensitive dysphoria, all that kind of stuff. Well, we can switch to a happier subject if people are, because I feel like that's basically all I had to say on it for now anyway. What were you guys working on? Also, if you can see, I'm doing a commission for Smith and Kale. It's really cute. We're changing roles now. I'm rating you. You are. I was gonna say we have to, although it still says you're live on my screen. I know it's talking about autism. I clocked in as soon as I got here. Getting clocked as soon as I got here. I can't fucking read. I'm playing Heart Gold. I was inspired to start it again because of you. Oh, it's a phenomenal game. Heart Gold Soul Silver, my beloved. Anyway, yeah, we're doing a Smith and Kale commission. Smith commissioned this a bit ago. Pick Totodile? Solid choice. There is not a bad Johto starter in my opinion, personally. It's because like Chikorita is my favorite, and they always hate my baby. But that would never make me hate the other two because they're both good starters too. I just think it's a solid lineup all around. I was working on a commission as well, surprise outfit commission. Oh, that's so cool. Kale art? Yeah. Yeah, Kayla and Smith are partners. So I Smith commissioned this of the two of them. Specifically, Smith commissioned this, I believe, for like a subathon that they did. And this was like one of the tiers, is that they were going to commission artists of a theme that the chat picked, which honestly is like such a cool idea. I feel like at some point I'd love to do something like it too. Chikorita, my beloved, it's so good. It's such a good Pokemon. Thank you for being an amazing background noise while I was designing my character. It's time for me to go to sleep. Oh, no worries, Purge, and thank you for stopping in. I hope you sleep well. I hope you sleep better than me. I've been sleeping atrociously this week. I have not clocked into Pokemon Sleep once, except for the one night where I got 2.5 hours of sleep. That was bad. I had to learn Meganium's name three separate times. Megan type animal? Line art's turning out pretty solid too. I was a little worried when I started lining this because I thought the sketch was like so nice. I was like, ah, fuck, is this gonna be one of those things where I line it and then like every line I do, I hate the line art because it's not the sketch. But I think I just chose a good line weight and I've been cooking. You also use Pokemon Sleep? Oh, I do. It's so helpful. Oh wait, I see Lemmy sharing art. Running. I need my mouse. Come here. Come here. Ooh! Lemmy, this is cool. This looks so good. Bok, bok, bok. Yeah, it's a blue chicken. I just rolled and cracked my back and it felt so nice. I actually gotta like properly I gotta properly like stretch this week because I've been doing like the little wrist and back stretches when people redeem it in the chat. But like it's not the same as like taking some time like down on the mat on the floor and like doing back stretches and stuff, and it's been too long since I've done them. I want to use Pokemon Sleep, but the let's have mic on 24/7 kind of scared me. I don't think it's 24/7. I do think it's just when you're sleeping and using the app. But I do understand being a little like worried about that. I'm not gonna wave that off and be like, oh my god, wait, another? We got 2 raids within the span of like 5 minutes. Welcome in, Coyote Royalty. Hello. I wonder if everyone's ending streams so that everyone's stopping by. Just playing Stardew Valley. Nice. Also, Nana, your emote's so cute. Wait, stop. That's adorable. Anyway, hi guys. What were you? I saw you were working, or not working. You were playing Stardew Valley. I hope you had fun. I think I gotta do. Kale has like under eye bags that I didn't draw on them. I feel like Smith also has a scar on their face, and I always forget to draw the scar. Stardew with a Pokemon mod. Ooh. I love Kale's design so much. No, I know. Back when okay, so for the longest time, I like followed Kale on Tumblr because of their pixel art, and I would like study it. Like when I was learning how to do pixel art, I was like just looking at Kale's art, and I'm like, how do they do it? And then when I started streaming again, I like popped into their stream a few times and chatted, and eventually we started talking and became friends. But for the longest time, when I was like trying to figure out what my PNG tuber, like my VTuber was gonna look like, I had like Kale's pulled up. I had God, there's another like PNG tuber I thought was really cute. I just had like a bunch of different like anime characters and like VTubers, PNG tubers pulled up, and I was like looking at them and I was like, what did they cook? Like, how do I make a good design? And then eventually I just landed on a furry, which I think is that's like the funniest outcome. It's like nothing I've seen before. Good night, everyone. Stream was cozy and mental health talk was great. Oh, thank you for stopping in, Solus. And good night. I hope you sleep well. I'm gonna save, though. I don't think I've saved for a bit. I think it's funny everyone's playing Pokemon mods of things, because like I said, Kale and Smith right now are in like a Pokemon Minecraft roleplay server. So hearing that there's like a Pokemon Stardew Valley thing is actually like, damn, it's Pokemon mood for everybody lately. I'm about to start doing Pokemon Snap. Oh shoot, I've got to do the thumbnail for that if I want to start that next week. I might push it back another week just so I can get more artwork done next week. As long as you guys don't mind watching a bunch of art streams, because like, I know some people do really like the game streams, but I have a lot of stuff to catch up on. Pokemon Minecraft is so fun. That mod finally got me to play Minecraft. Pause, I love Pokemon Snap. It was my first Pokemon game. I didn't own it, but it was like the first Pokemon game I ever played. Because my friend had it, and I felt really bad now in hindsight, but like as a young autistic kid that loved Pokemon, I would kind of like specifically go over her house just to sit in her basement and play it, because I wasn't allowed to have video games as a kid. And after a while, I think she like caught on, because she's like, can we do something else? And I was like, no. We like Pokemon Snap. We want to keep playing Pokemon Snap. And she's like, I don't. And I was like, no, we do. And she's like, I don't want to. And I was like, no, we do. Typical third grader behavior, though. I feel bad now, like, as an adult looking back, but I did not fucking understand socialization at that age. It was bad. Stop, I also wasn't allowed to have video games, and I'd go over to my friends' houses just to play! Why is that such a common experience, too? I feel like parents did their kids, like, such a disservice, because, like, either they're gonna get, like, made fun of and not have any friends because they don't have the things that their friends have, and so they feel kind of, like, outcast, or they're just gonna, like, make friends for their things. That feels bad. Very average third grader behavior, yeah. I still don't understand socialization. It's okay. It's a skill. It's a skill you could develop over time, like training a muscle. And I believe in you. Oh, I should just put Kale's headphones there. I bet that's what that square thing I drew was. I was like, what? Why did I draw the hair square? I got a Game Boy for my birthday once, and my mom straight up made me return it. No! That's so sad! See, the video games in the house I was the one that broke that rule, or like I was the first person to get one, because what happened is I was a swimmer, and I've said this on streams before. I've been like a competitive swimmer, or I was a competitive swimmer for like all of my K through 12 career. Maybe not K through 12. Well, no, I did start swimming when I was 4. Okay, so like I swam from the time I was 4 to the time I was 19, and if you know anything about swimming, there are swim meets, and when you sit at swim meets, each race only 6 people can swim at a time. But if you have a big team, especially during the Winter League, where it's not just one team versus another team, it's like 6 teams all together at the same event, there's a lot of sitting around, and a lot of doing nothing. Like, you just kind of sit and wait for your turn to swim. So, when I was younger, and we were at swim meets, kids would bring like their DS and they would all picto-chat each other. And I didn't have a phone, and I also didn't have a DS, so I just sat there and no one would talk to me. And everyone like would be picto-chatting each other while sitting next to each other. My mom was like, why aren't you talking to the kids? And I was like, well, they're all on their DSs talking to each other. And she's like, they're sitting next to each other and they're picto-chatting each other? I was like, yeah. And she's like, so they won't talk to you? And I was like, no. And she was like, so do you have any friends? And I was like, No, and so eventually she caved and she let me get a DS because like she didn't want me not to have any friends, but then I was autistic and liked Pokemon too much, so I didn't have any friends anyway. Oh well, that's not entirely true. I made friends with the one other Pokemon fan there, and she's a real one. We're still friends to this day. So shout out Shannon if you're watching this, but if not, that's okay. Also, yes, Smith and Kale art. Sorry, I didn't mean to miss. I got commissioned by Smith to do art of them and Kale, so I've been working on it, chipping away slowly, trying to get most of the bigger line art pieces done tonight. Here's a boy when we were like 7, he had Pokemon Red. He liked me, so he let me play it all the time. My sister took advantage of this and told him she would convince me to be his girlfriend for a chocolate bar. Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh, I love siblings. That is so something my little sister would have done too. Hi, evening everyone. Welcome in, Subtransmission Angel. Childhood goes crazy. I love hearing people's like childhood stories, because one thing that I was thinking about this today, because we were like walking around the grocery store. I know there's like a pretty common joke in like TV, media, movies, comics, etc., where like there's an old man character, or like an older character that goes, back in my day, used to only be 5 cents, like stamps. Like stamps was the example I think I used because I was talking about like I think I was talking about different cities if they were personified as people, and I was like, this city is the shitty racist old man, and then this city is the old man that talks about how stamps used to be 5 cents, but he's not really that harmful otherwise. And I got me thinking about like, I don't think that holding on to the memories that you have from the generation you grew up in, or like the things that you were fond of or nostalgic for, is a bad thing. I actually think it's pretty good for us to like not just talk to other people who grew up in the same generation with us, but also tell younger generations about it, because like, yeah, it might result in some kind of funny like cross comparisons of like, that is not the case at all today, or like people going like, what, you lived like that? But at the same time, I do think it's important for like people to know how much the world has changed, like, and how quickly too. I as much as like I'll poke fun at like my grandma for like having like my grandma grew up during the Great Depression, and I love her. Like, she's my favorite family member. She's the one, not the favorite, that's, I don't like picking favorites, but like she's the one that I'm closest with, I'll say, because she took me in when I was kicked out. And I'll like poke fun at her because she never throws anything away. She won't throw stuff away. She won't buy stuff unless she absolutely needs stuff. I remember when I lived over there, as like a good gesture, I was like cleaning her kitchen because she let me live there for free for the longest time. So I always like cleaned stuff and tried to help around the house when I could. I was cleaning her cabinets for her, and I was looking through the baking cabinet because I was like, you don't bake, why do you have baking supplies? And she's like, oh, you just have stuff around. She had baking soda that was 20 years older than I am. And I was just looking at it, it was a solid brick. It was completely unmovable. And I was just sitting here like, when is the last time that you went into this cabinet? And she's like, I don't really remember. She's also lived in the same house for 40 years. So so baking soda had to be at least like from her previous move that she didn't throw away. But at the same time, as funny as that story is, and like as much as I love telling it, and she laughs at it too, like she's not embarrassed by it. I wouldn't be telling it if she was. I look at that, and I think this is the direct result of someone that lived during a time where you really didn't know when you would eat next, or like when something might be available next. And I have to wonder, like, what are the tells of our generation going to be like the members of that grew up, like the members of our families, or like of the country that grew up during the Great Depression? Because I feel like there are a lot of really huge historical events that happened during our generation that will like inevitably affect us as adults and as seniors. And I feel like it's interesting to like think about those things in hindsight, because then maybe you can like find ways to communicate better with younger generations about why you do the things you do, but also so that like you don't wind up falling into harmful tendencies that might hurt you too. I don't know, I think being aware of those things is good. basically, is like the gist of what I'm getting at. You stumbled on a grandma's secret. That wasn't a brick of baking soda. No. It was genuine. It was really cool to see too. The brand was the same as the baking soda brands that like are around now, but the packaging was completely different. May I interest you in the video essay, How Can We Bear to Throw Anything Away by Jacob Geller. I fucking love Jacob Geller! About this very thing, and also the Internet Archive is the biggest hoard and also Tower of Babel we have. Coda, you have never... No one has ever asked me to watch a YouTube video that sounds more interesting to me. I am literally gonna put this into the search bar right now so I can fall asleep to it. I don't know if you can hear me typing. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm literally so excited. I love video essays and I love Jacob Geller. Oh, is this the National Park theme? Wait, I'm putting my headphones back on for this specifically. I love the National Park theme. Anatomy of a Haunted House guy, I'll bite. I love. Anytime someone's like, I need a cool video essay to watch, I'm like, please watch Jacob Geller's Anatomy of a Haunted House. It is like one of my favorite horror video essays that exists on the platform. And I know like other people feel the same way because it's a super viewed video, but like it's deserved. This is why everyone was universally enraged by the hacking and the DDoSing of the Internet Archive. It just felt like who was the hack for? Like why would you do something like that? So I said that DDoSing, I said that like so wrong. I'm so sorry, all of my friends that actually know anything about computers. Grips you. Yeah, you get it. May I ask you about your special interest? Ooh, so Pokemon has been my special interest since I was 4, and that is not going to change. I have literally tried to force myself not to like Pokemon before because I want it to be normal. But it has been Pokemon for a very long time. I will say, if Pokemon weren't my special interest, I would argue that drawing is, because again, that's another thing I've been doing since I've been drawing longer than I've been able to talk, because I used to draw in order to communicate because I couldn't talk very well. And so I would say that art, specifically drawing, is a special interest of mine. Another one you could probably add to that category is like furries, and like the furry fandom are a special interest. But not in the way, like, so the thing is, it's funny because I love furries and I love furry art, but I also feel very disconnected from the furry fandom at large. And I've been trying to connect with the parts of it that I really like and I really admire. But it's been equal parts a good and bad thing, because sometimes people will like talk to me about furry stuff and I just kind of like slow blink at them and I have no idea what they're talking about. But then other times I'll hear someone talking about something or like complaining about a drama and I'm just like, brother, I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. I just don't exist in the same spheres that you do. And I like that part. I like not being involved in petty online fighting. You could say there's events happening that have been historically documented that are only archived on the internet. Oh, Kai Master, that makes a lot of sense. I fully understand now. Thank you. If I had a nickel for every really cool video essayist who talked about media by asking what, not why, with a background in Jewish law and analysis, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but I'm glad it happened twice. I love you, Jacob Geller and Shni. I love you. It's actually kind of funny. That's a really good way to describe the content too. Oof, this one song is really loud. Oh, why is my video playing in the background? I'm glad that that's muted. That would have been awkward. I do really feel like I am cooking with these lines. I think I'm quite satisfied with how they're looking. The only part I'm not super fond of is like the hood on Kale's, but I think I can fix that. It's just like the dimensionality of it. Oh, and the arm goes in more. I don't know why I erased it there. It's not proper. Sorry, the cow... The chibi proportions of the cow with the thin line art are like having me second guess how many details I should include, or like if I should shape things differently. Have you seen Hazel's Pokemon Smoke Spot video? I haven't. Actually, I was gonna say I saw you guys talking about Hazel, but I don't believe I've seen any of Hazel's videos. It's an 8-hour-long video about the whole lore and story of Mega Man. Holy shit. You gotta peep that? Alright, I'll type that one in too. I do love a video essay. They could never make me hate you video essays. Also, I want to see how many of the prints are left. Hold on, I'm nosy. Ooh. Ooh. Guys, there's only 11 Night in the Woods prints left. There's only 11. Alright, it was like Pokemon Smoke Spots. Oh, okay. That looks cool, actually. I'm excited to check it out. Forgot I was gonna order a soccer print for my friend's birthday. We have plenty soccer prints, please. The soccer prints have not been selling at all, and I don't know why. It makes me so sad. I'm like, how do I reach the Cardcaptor Soccer fans, please? I feel like I cooked with that one. When did the prints send out? They're already sent out. Now, if you mean the ones that have just been bought in the store, typically we ship out shop orders once every 2 weeks, and we just sent out shop orders yesterday, including all of the pre-orders of the fishy stickers. But we've been trying to send out some more like once a week. We just say once every 2 weeks in case something comes up. But for the print club, they've already been sent out for last month. Actually, Ethan just got theirs the other day, so they're like en route, like may deliver soon. I have to see what Kale's little... Okay, there... So I'm just looking at the design and like trying to remember it. It's almost like a beak. It's almost like a bird. I'm gonna think of it like a bird. Oh, I heard a doo-doo-doo-doo. Thank you for the shop sale from Friday. Thank you. Oops, too much. Ah, I keep eating too much. No! Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, so Smith's scar is like right under their eye. I got the Yuri fish today and I love them. Oh, I'm so excited to put those in the store. I'm so excited for people to be able to buy them because I think that some people... My Reese's Cups! No! I think some people like just missed the sale because there were so many people that were like, please make stickers of these on the sketches, and then like the turnout for the pre-order was like kind of small, so I was like, okay, maybe people didn't actually want them. So I'm excited to pitch it up and give it another shot in the algo. I think I'm just gonna save. I've made good headway on this. I just watched through your mouth-washing playthrough before stream, and I'm now shaking from excitement to draw fan art. Thank you for exposing me to such a masterpiece. Of course. I can't say enough praises to mouth-washing, so I encourage people to, if not watching someone else play it, to play it themselves. I'm excited to see what the game team does now that they've had a like huge success like this, and honestly, very deserved success as well. Willow the mouthwashing indoctrinator. I'm just glad to show people it. Although I will say, originally I was thinking of doing the mouthwashing edit next, but there were some edits that we needed to make to the YouTube video. So I think the next YouTube video, like the next edited YouTube video that's going to come out is the animation demo, which to be honest is still a good one. Like people still wanted to see that. I'm going to put the print inside a bigger present, which is going to be heart-shaped picnic basket. Stop! Friday, that's so cute. Oh my god, I think I might cry. I have wanted a heart-shaped picnic. God. I've wanted a heart-shaped picnic! I can't speak! Picnic basket. I have had a picnic basket that's shaped like a heart in my wish list for years. I'm crying now because I couldn't say it right. No, I know everyone's gonna be typing it in the chat, please! Have mercy! The consequences of my actions. Can I wreck one? Yes, please. Because the one that I had saved, like, discontinued, and it was so expensive, which is why I never got it. Stop! Forrest, you're supposed to be asleep, and moreover, you're my boyfriend. You're supposed to defend me. Vina of the Valleys? I want to look it up. Hold on. Will everyone be so niceys while I Google it so I can see what it looks like? I was awoken. What were you awoken by? Oh, also, this is really cute. The only thing I'll say is that I am not a huge floral pattern person, but this is adorable. I feel like, especially if this is the person you're getting the Sakura print for, they'll love this. Like, they will adore this. It's really cute. Please, I'm never escaping this. The one that I had was like a kind of rustic one. Thank you for the shop sale from Mare. Thank you. The one that I had was kind of a more rustic one, where it was kind of a warm wicker color of wood, and then it was a gingham pattern that was like greenish blue and white. It was really nice. Awakened by the call of Pissnick. Pissnick going right next to work smarter, fart harder. I'm never escaping. I'm forever in a torture vortex of my own creation. Alright, so the arm's gonna be here, so like this is gonna be covered anyway. In all seriousness, it's okay, we alls do it. Thank you. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Me and my inability to speak do get me sometimes. The true streamer experience. I just joined What's Pissnick. I was trying to say picnic basket, and I can't talk. I'm bad at talking, says the guy that— No! Not clipping it! No! Torturing me, tormenting me. I feel like when kids are handed a bag with a goldfish in it, I'm the goldfish that's being shaked. Fucking Darla from Finding Nemo. I'm Nemo. Any tips on coloring like you? I did a shading demo on YouTube that I can link really quick, but what I will say is I plan to have that be part of a larger series of like doing color specific demos. And I was going to do a demo night on environmental color if people are interested in something like that, where basically I talk about why and how does the environment something is in affect the colors that you use for your color palette. So if you were looking for the cell shading video, this is the cell shading video here. And I get a little bit into environmental color in that video, but there is more. That sounds helpful? Yeah, I just linked it in chat if you would like to see. I'm back from watching the clip, it's so good. Tormented. Me preparing the food for the pissnick. I can't, I'm I'm never getting away from this one. Pleek! Does anyone know that I don't watch, I've never seen Glee, nor do I have any desire to. No hate to the Gleeks in the chat, but it's not gay in my currency. But I do know the clip of the girl crying. Oh my god. Why can't I talk? I'm like sleep deprived this week, but it's bad. There's a clip of the girl crying, and she goes, please, please, please. And I think of that every time I can't talk. Stop it! I can't. Please. Please, you're torturing me. Okay, it's kind of funny though. It is kind of funny. Guys, bullying isn't okay. I'm also sleep deprived. I've been organizing voice clips for my favorite video game for over an hour. Bullying is wrong, but fun. Okay, as long as it's just to me and it's not too intense, don't do it with anybody else. I'm tough. I got thick skin. I'll be okay. I glide. He clue. We clode. I fucking love that post. I cried. He crew. We crowed. Ooh, hello. Welcome in, Boss Fox. Okay. I literally drew like 3 lines on this. I'm like, I want to move on to something else. My attention span is like 2 seconds right now. Luckily, I do have a lot of different things to do. You could also give some Mabel cringe. Alright, I feel better now. We can be cringe together. Glad I caught stream. Welcome in. I think I was gonna say, Just Water said bullying is fun just as long as it's harmless. The word I believe you're looking for is teasing. I think teasing in good nature is healthy and fun, and especially when you're like friends with the person. It's where it gets dangerous is if you don't know the person well and you try teasing them. It has the ability to backfire and just come off as mean. But like I said, here it's tongue in cheek. That's fine. I'll let you guys know if it hurts my feelings, but most of the time I'm pretty okay with it. I think it's funny. That's actually something that we're trying to teach our kid, is that like they're both very blunt, and their way of like being affectionate with people is kind of like razzing them a bit. But the problem is that because they're blunt and because they're a bit deadpan, we know that they're doing that, but like not everyone knows that. So other people just sometimes think that they're being a dick and don't know why. And we've tried explaining this before, that like it's okay to joke, it's okay to tease, and I think it's good to like have a jovial relationship where you can jab back and forth with people, but you don't get that right away. You have to work up to that. And I think my best piece of advice I could give to anyone trying to make new friendships is when you start out, be genuine and build up to the jovial kind of jabbing part. I hope this isn't invasive or weird, but do you know what the plink emoji is? I don't know what the plink emoji is, no. Oof. Sorry, I'm like trying to stretch my wrist. I may actually need to be done for the night. I keep switching what I'm doing, but my wrist actually kind of hurts, so I might need to stop. The effects of drawing like multiple days a week. That's terrible. I'm not doing that. Anyway. My water bottle. It's alright. The playlist is just about to end too, so it's kind of like perfect timing to switch back over to chatting for the time being. Whew. Only rip on someone when you know them enough to know they're okay with being ripped on. Exactly. And you also know what they're sensitive to or not. Batting my eyelashes so sweetly when linguistics. Thank you for the awesome stream, of course. And I was gonna say, I am gonna stream again tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. We do still have art to do, so it's probably just gonna be like a straight through work week. The only way I could see not streaming tomorrow is if I'm worried that I have hurt my wrist because I've been drawing too much, because it is a bit sore right now. In which case, I might just take the day off. But I would say otherwise it was a pretty solid week, so it wouldn't be bad. But I'll keep you guys updated, because I would like to stream. I have stuff I want to get done. Rest is part of the work. Absolutely agreed. Yeah, so I'm going to stretch tomorrow. I'm going to chill. And thank you all for coming. Let's see. It looks like Kale is still alive, so I think we're going to head over and raid Kale. Everyone, be very niceys and sweeties to them. They were the taller character I was drawing in the commission. And they're a friend of mine. They use they, them pronouns, and they are a android. So let's go raid Kale. And hopefully... Yeah, there we go. It's all set up. For the attack. Alright. Good night, guys. Thank you for stopping in. And I'll see you tomorrow.